Okay, go.
Okay, go. The music videos.
You have to watch the entire music video before you can go, like, do anything.
Well, welcome back.
Season 2, year 2, the redemption
of how Star Wars could have gone.
Your audio is bleeding.
It is. Like I don't know why
It's red.
my mic is like way more sensitive than yours for some reason. Yeah, it's.
Go to therapy or something.
Maybe. Maybe it's because I'm treating mine like a bitch.
I feel like
Whoa.
we'll see.
Well,
This is the mic. No, you don't mess with the mic and its sound.
Well, by the way, welcome back to. I think you know where this is going. I'm Jake.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Episode 1. If we change it, then we'll
Tentative.
Just change it. Tentative. Name.
Subject to change. What if our podcast name was tentative?
What's your name?
It is.
It could,
What is my name?
Stavonius Buscemini.
My name's Warren. Welcome.
Austin.
I'm the
And
guy.
oh fuck. Oh shit, you
Are
guys.
you the new guy
guys
from Game
wait.
Links?
Oh my gosh, where's Ben?
Wait. There's something in Ben's seat.
What is this? What is this?
No crumpling. He left a note.
Pretty crumple?
Yes. Hold on. What? The
All I have
skit.
is my official.
All right. Never mind. He left a note.
Wait, hold on.
Oh shit. What is that? I don't.
What's that bird? What's that bird, dude? Oh shit, it's flying in, Dude, oh, there's something attached to its leg. What is this? Oh, it's like a note.
shit.
It's a note.
Oh.
It's from Ben.
Oh shit.
It's from Ben,
What
dude.
did he
What does
say?
it say? What does it say? I don't know. I can't read,
It
dude.
says,
What is it?
"Welcome to the student center."
Ben's stuck in the student center.
No. Well, the show must go on, I guess. Well, we're gonna rescue Ben from the student center immediately
After this
podcast.
After these messages.
This podcast is sponsored by Audible. That's how we're gonna get them into audiobooks.
This podcast, we're actually not, but this podcast is sponsored.
Pay us, Audible. You fucking suck.
I love it. It fucking sucks.
I hate it.
I hate it.
Until they pay me.
This podcast is sponsored by SoundCloud. Even though they're Yo, what the fuck happened with that? Because everybody went crazy about it.
They went crazy because SoundCloud's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go bankrupt in 60 days.
Oh,
And everyone's
okay.
Like, we gotta save SoundCloud.
Okay.
Save SoundCloud. I don't
Weird.
know what the status is exactly. I know they're fine.
They're just not
I don't understand. Like, obviously, I don't run a company, but I don't understand. Like, they run ads on anything. How are they not staying afloat?
The ads aren't that prevalent.
Yeah, but they're still there.
I don't
like,
think I've had ads on SoundCloud.
Like if you're using.
if you like keep going through SoundCloud on desktop, if you keep going through music, there's ads.
It's nowhere near as prevalent as Spotify. Spotify.
Oh yeah, I know, but
Spotify's
but Spotify is a music listening service meant for you to subscribe to them. Like, I wouldn't use Spotify unless I was subscribed to it. I just wouldn't. There's like
It's
because
annoying, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah,
I use it without being subscribed to it.
I couldn't do it.
Going to
Well,
subscribe.
my
I couldn't
thing
do
is,
it.
for some reason,
At all.
My Spotify, after like.
So yeah, Max is
25
here now.
songs-
Yeah.
Uh,
I am Max.
oh yeah, you never said your
Ben,
name.
not Ben.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Ben is.
This is our first. This is our first guest.
This is the
Max.
first guest. Yes.
Yeah, who will be? We'll probably if Ben's probably gonna be coming back. Obviously, we'll just have. 5
We'll
of
see.
us.
We'll negotiate his contract. We'll see what happens.
We'll just have
get him
5.
out of the student center. But until then, I am for now, for this specific podcast, I am here and I am Max.
Yes.
Yes.
JK Ladasha.
That's a joke. I am Ladasha.
With an
LA
actual
dash
hyphen, the
A.
actual dash.
In between the A's.
Yes. What was it talking about?
Spotify.
Oh,
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Drag names.
Yes. Oh, yes. I forgot. Yeah.
They said dragon names for a second.
10 out of 10. Yeah, no, for my Spotify, for some reason on my computer, I can listen to like 5 or 6 songs. and it starts doing this thing where just like if you like the album cover things in the corner, you know, it starts like flipping like crazy, and the songs start flipping like crazy, and I don't get to choose what song plays next.
Weird.
And half
Huh.
the time it doesn't even play another song; it just shows another song and it doesn't play. And I just sit there like a fucking idiot.
That reminds me of Joseph's screen at.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
so weird what it was doing. It was like
I'm just
flickering.
gonna hide this and turn off my computer and hope it fixes itself.
Rest in peace.
Well, do you get those? Do you get those things? Do you have Spotify Premium?
No.
No. Do you?
I'm broke. Shit.
I don't either, but I like. Do you get those things? where
After
it's
that
like,
job this summer, you still.
No,
I mean,
have
I still
money.
wouldn't want to pay
After
for
that
it
sick
job.
Audible sponsorship,
No, I still have money after my job. I just
You just wouldn't want to spend it on that. I understand.
well, it's like I'm already getting money taken out of it anyways for like Creative Cloud. I
Yeah,
kind of want to control where the rest of my money goes.
I totally understand that.
Hashtag on horrible things like I shouldn't be spending money on or whatever.
Dude, just pirate your music like I do. What? Oh, I didn't say
Sponsored by Audible.
Sponsored
by
by
Audible.
SoundCloud. You guys I totally didn't steal any music from you.
sponsored by Subway.
Eat fresh, but only sometimes.
Press
I-
play.
By only
Spotify on mobile has this thing. Will occasionally like instead of playing an ad, it'll have this tone and it'll be 30 seconds to be like, watch this ad and get 30 minutes of.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right, yes, I
know.
know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking love that.
Yeah, they're like, watch this video and you get 30
That's
minutes.
nice.
Ads-free
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
So I click the button, lock my phone, put it right back in my pocket, and get 30 minutes free.
It plays the video while you lock it.
See,
That's
these are
nice.
Mobile, like,
That's
Spotify
really nice.
Mobile works way better than legit Spotify
Yeah, that's
on the
true.
fucking computer.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of more like apps meant to be very commercial and used do not prioritize desktop as much as they do mobile. Because in reality, if you're not a student and you're just kind of an everyday person, you don't use a computer for everyday tasks anymore. You use your phone. So, but
Yeah.
Computer is life. What are you talking about, Mac?
I mean, no. For us, it is
Mac
obviously.
is life.
I mean, us, our computers are life, but that's not the general
Me and Warren
public.
were talking about this earlier. But, like, I was stuck
Oh, yeah.
animating and making fucking frames, and we were talking about the Full Metal Jacket scene.
The Full Metal Jacket
where
scene.
he's like,
Yeah.
they're not humans anymore. They're killing machines.
Yeah.
And we're talking, we went through the whole speech where he's giving them. They're like, Marines are not allowed to die.
They're like
unless
talking to
they-
their weapons and
You're
stuff.
not
Yeah,
allowed to die
yeah.
without being given without permission.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's literally animator life.
You're not allowed
There's
to
not allowed to
not.
die without permission. When he's sitting there 50 frames in, like 100 more to go.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 150?
Soon.
Right now it's
only
100 though. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
continue the same animation for
They
what?
gotta make a new one.
I think,
So you
I
need
think we have to
150
make
frames by when?
well, this is whatever the next one is, so next week.
Okay.
But this one is stupid because it
Wow.
was like 5 days for 100
Yeah.
frames.
Damn.
Well, I'm Scott.
Well, it's not even Scott, it was
Oh yeah.
Matt.
Okay. Yeah, but
Matt. I don't have an inside joke for him yet. He used to work in the comic strips, whatever.
he used to work on comic strips.
Yeah, that's he wanted to be
Garfield.
He wanted to
Without
be,
Garfield.
he wanted to be a cartoonist, but then like that doesn't exist anymore. And so he's
Rip.
like, oh, I see computers. are the
Rip.
future."
Wow, that's wait. What he
Like,
he just says he couldn't get a. He just can't get a job in it.
Well, when he in high school and college, he like tried to become a cartoonist, whatever. Like that's what his goal was, and then because at the time this is when the computers were starting. He said like when he graduated, that's when Toy Story came out. But like
Man.
when he graduated, like Toy Story came out, and he's like, oh well, I see everything's done on a computer now, so
Oh, so like that was like a big dip in
that's what
animate.
newspapers-
It's 2D animation. Okay. Okay.
Rip.
Yeah.
So do we have any topics to talk about?
Well, the
Welcome to the podcast.
yeah. Usually
We-
you're supposed to bring a topic to
I
talk
got
about, but
some.
okay.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, shit, I'm prepared.
All right.
Watch me this year.
Look.
I'm there.
I was building
I'm
a
not
chair.
the same
I was
Austin.
notified of this.
No, yeah, you're.
How is your chair?
It is not built.
Okay. But it's getting there.
Looking at it, like, what's your expectations?
It's probably gonna be the best chair that I've ever had.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I mean, well, that's only because I've had shit chairs.
Aw.
Just shit
So
chairs.
last year I didn't even bring a chair. I think I used my roommates. Like
been
if
using
I
both.
ever used a chair in the dorm room, it's because I was never in my dorm room ever.
I've been using a metal folding chair for the past week, and my back is
That's so
My
bad.
back is dead. I don't even know why. But
it's bad.
It's because you lean forward to draw.
That setup,
Stabbing your own
That-
leg
that,
with
like,
your elbow.
that I love sitting out there, but for homework, it's so bad because the table's
the
like
thing is,
low.
at the desk, I'm like, no one's around, and I'm just gonna sit in silence.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yes.
You'd be like Shuli and just sit on the floor.
Yeah, I've sat on the floor out there a couple times.
I feel like
Where
that's even worse for your back.
sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Well,
But
you
I
got the
also
chair
have long-
behind you. You
well,
can
I
lean
But I
up
also
on the
have,
back.
like, long legs.
And
I'm not like his height. Like I'm a little bit taller than that.
Roast.
So like long legs do not work underneath that.
Roasted the
that's
day.
true. Roast.
I got one earlier. It was pretty great.
Oh yeah, I just fell over. The roast is so hard I fell in the middle of the
Oh
hallway.
shit.
I was just sitting there for like a minute, just ah! Ah! It was a pretty bad roast, but
It was pretty good. I'm sorry.
no, it's all right, man. It's done. It's been done.
It's all fun
The
and
deed is
games
done.
until someone falls in the hallway.
That's true.
Nowhere
That's
else,
true.
just the
Then
hallway.
Yeah.
it's even funnier.
Then it's even funnier.
I hope we were playing D&D last night.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and I got knocked out by one of the enemies I fainted, so I'm just like, oh no, and I just flew out of the chair.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I fell out of the chair. And I was like, guys, kill it and help me.
I was
I'm
saying,
dead now.
like, we need a segment on the podcast to be like, last time on D&D.
On Dungeons and Dragons in Harper.
Harper D&D. Last time.
Yeah, that was it's like it's kind of some of it's boring, but I really actually like that Tim has like an actual like story that's kind of happening, so that's pretty cool.
I think as long as he doesn't push that much combat on us, it'll be fun.
You were talking
Yeah.
with
Andy was totally right about that. I feel though.
Oh really?
Because before
They put so much effort into the combat, and the combat's just so fucking boring.
Yeah.
In a tabletop RPG. The better part is when you go to a fucking shop and the jeweler's like, yo, I lost my daughter. And I'm like, hey guys, I have a disguise spell. I disguise myself as his daughter. And I'm like, hey. And then we get the rewards.
Yeah. I just love that after that you were like, I could disguise you were like, I can disguise multiples eventually, so then I was just like, what if we all disguise as his daughter and then walk in there and scare the shit out of him? It's just like that would, oh god, it's so bad, but it would be really funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look through
It's
Twitter
more,
to find
that's the part of like Dungeons and Dragons. It's more of the RPG of the role playing.
Yeah.
Is just interacting with like characters and stuff.
It's true. It is
I
actually really
I would have
interesting.
like done it with you guys, but I have like no time in my life ever.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no time. We can talk about school.
yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just getting into it. Don't even start.
Oh no, I
No,
have
it's
time.
okay.
I have
It's
time now.
okay.
I have time.
I find it interesting that you
die.
still haven't had the 110 lecture, so you like don't really
You don't
know
know.
Ethan that way. What?
We
Oh,
had it
you
last
did?
Friday,
I
right?
had it Friday.
Mm.
I had
That's
Friday.
so weird.
Right. Okay.
What's
yeah.
that on Friday? What the fuck?
Yeah, that sounds so bizarre to us because we had it on Mondays.
Oh, I think I might also. No, I think it's once a week that we have lecture. I don't know.
Yeah,
No, we don't have it on Mondays.
you have the
We
110.
have 120 on Mondays.
Yes,
We
and then
had
you
that.
Whoa.
you also have
Didn't we have it on
We
Tuesdays?
had Monday lecture. Wednesday was critique.
No.
And Thursday.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sunday was deadline.
yeah like didn't
That's all
but
right.
you have the you
Yeah.
no well you have the lecture on Monday, but you have the lab that night. The lab that night.
We have
Yeah.
lab and lecture Monday and Wednesday. I think.
Yeah.
Wait,
We have both
That's right,
both
yeah.
days.
lab and lecture,
Yeah,
on
that was
both
right.
Monday and Wednesday.
but you have the 110 lecture.
110's on Friday. 110 lectures on Friday. 110 lab is Thursday.
That's right. The Thursday.
Oh
it was used to
yeah,
be-
yeah.
It was Thursday lecture, Thursday
Wait.
lab.
I'm just
No,
gonna
was
pull
it
up.
Wednesday? I don't even
I'm pulling
know.
up my schedule
Dude,
from.
It was,
I've been in
yeah.
school 3 days. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, you have.
That's fair.
You don't. You have
College!
The, yeah, you have the
College,
120.
yeah.
Yeah, college.
College. Yeah, it was you who
Oh,
were
yeah.
listing off stuff that you've done today, and we're like, anything that was
yeah.
college.
We're like,
that's
that's college.
I woke up at 12:30.
College.
I did laundry and clean stuff, not
I took a
college.
shower. Not college.
I worked on homework for 20 minutes and got distracted.
College.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. So my schedule is.
We sound like a fucking Teen Titans Go episode.
We do.
Plot twist.
Oh, you're stupid now. Teen Titans Go.
Damn.
Okay, so I am 120 on
One-
Wait.
When I look back at my first semester, I'm like, I did all that. It's like kind of crazy, like, because of the labs specifically.
Okay.
That's not good, Steve.
So I have 120 lecture on Monday and Wednesday.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
110 lab on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, but the lectures on Friday.
Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have 120 twice. Okay.
Thursday I don't have any IM classes.
Okay.
Whoa.
So our
Whoa.
R and 20 was on.
Have you ever played WoW?
So
It's a
our
game.
I'm just
It is.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
have you ever played WoW?
Is it a WoW game?
I mean, that's fine, but have you ever really played
I've never
WoW?
really played WoW. It's pretty much. So, it's movement. People get in a circle, and then one person has the wall.
Oh, yes.
Like this.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that game's so
Oh.
fucking
Okay, I
stupid.
thought it was a game. Like
Yeah.
someone made a Crash Bandicoot ripoff.
Yeah.
Called WoW?
Wow.
Called WoW.
Let's do it, guys.
Wah!
Wah!
Yeah, don't. That's,
Dude.
That's Pac-Man.
Wait,
Copyrighted
so
by
wait.
us, bitch.
You have the 120 lecture on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, so the only thing that's different for us is we have the 110 lecture on Monday also,
Oh, okay.
and not on
Oh, so
Friday.
your Mondays were.
Our Mondays were
Crazy.
fucked.
Our
Yeah,
Mondays are
yeah.
I thought mine are fucking. 'Cause I have the IM class in the morning, then
Mhm.
I have comparative religion, and then I have psychology, and then I have the 110 lab at
What are they
at
guys?
7:30 at night.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're planning on doing for you guys for the animation? Because that's what changed.
Yeah, did I know you haven't had the
What did you
your,
guys?
like-
Did you guys do game then animation?
We did
had it
animation
around
then
for the
game.
They were doing game and then animation.
Yeah, they talked to us last year at the end of last year.
Did
like,
they-
We're thinking about switching it
Yeah,
around.
we from
Okay.
you guys.
Did they
Interesting.
say that? I feel like it was easier to do animation first.
That's exactly what Ethan said.
Oh.
He's like, I think it's easier. Wait, can you do the voice? Can you say?
I
I
thought it was easier to do animation first, but
No.
Yeah, that's
no, you're wrong, Ethan. I love making fun of you.
that's what
I don't know about that.
Fuck no.
Scott is slowly turning into Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude, Scott was roasting Ethan at Practicum.
He always does.
He
it.
always
Why?
roasts
I know,
Ethan,
I
though.
know he
No,
does.
He roasted him.
I feel
at
bad for
Hughes
Ethan.
Last year. He said something.
Oh yeah, he roasted the fuck out of Ethan.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did.
Avocado toast.
It was like really like.
Oh, speaking of avocado toast, my T-shirt has shipped.
Yes, I still have to order mine because I'm fucking cold.
I really hope, and this didn't actually happen at all, I'm making all this up. I really hope that Fuse is exactly how it was at the end of last year, where all of them are just like cracking open like a beer on stage again, just like, we did it,
We
guys.
were talking about this, like, where the fuck is Fuse gonna be at?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was Practicum that they said they don't. We know we're having it. We don't know where yet.
Yeah, so you know where, do you know what Fuse is, Max? Or?
Isn't it like the
Yeah,
showcase?
I invited you and then you
Yeah,
felt
and I
bad
wanted
about
to
not
go.
coming. I'm like, dude.
I wanted to go. I was
I
like,
know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, and then I just didn't go.
I texted you, I was like, hey, you coming? I was like in the middle of the day.
I wanted to go. I did.
But
I would have
if
been-
he came
I
in,
would
you
have
had to
been
get your Fama
hyped.
Blam too, and then you got like.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, what was that?
Fama Blam.
Fama Blam.
That's true. It was pretty crazy. I was like, man, like thinking about
Fama
3
Blam.
different groups of people at
That's how,
once.
like, I didn't take a break all day until my family showed up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend.
Yeah,
You
Austin
left at
went
one
in.
point.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was with my family, and then whenever they left, we went to everything, and then I went back.
Yeah,
Like,
my family loved the short films. The one they
Dumb?
went to. Yeah, I went and saw the Dumb with them, but in the theater when they showed the capstone
capstones?
short
Yeah.
films. Yeah, that they loved that part, and I thought those were pretty good too.
Short film. The club.
Yeah?
The club for the
Oh,
short
yeah.
film. Did you get that email? We're meeting Monday.
Yeah, I saw that
I
on
don't
the
know if you
sheet.
guys saw that.
I didn't. Yeah.
There's like a short film
fucking
club
love
that makes a.
I didn't
They're
know
making-
anything.
They're using the entire semester to make a 15-minute film, and I'm like, we would do that in a night.
No, dude,
Like, what do you mean?
I mean, that's
No,
true,
yeah.
but like,
Apparently it's
nobody
like-
has any time to do anything
Well,
here.
that's
So
the
it's like,
problem. Yeah.
I mean, also like, I'm sure they're gonna do like, it's all gonna be like, yeah, I get
It's
it.
gonna be better
I
quality.
get it. Like, yeah, we can make we made that one short in
But
one
still-
night, but like,
3.5 months for a 15-minute film.
I'm sure it's gonna be like, really planned out though and everything. Like, it's gonna be
Yeah,
a whole
that's- I mean,
full
that's-
legit
It's like a-
plot and
There's the way
everything.
that they made it seem. They're like,
Yeah.
we need script
Like,
writing, we
they're
need
like
writers,
doing
we
the
need-
like it's a real, yeah.
But still, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think once you enter the semester and like start doing the real thing, you'll understand.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you found that. But it wasn't like open to IM. It was at the activities fair for everyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
And,
true.
Well, because it's not really film is not really just I am.
No, I know that, but I mean,
So
like,
yeah, but that's why.
I mean, I'm sure that there are people in other majors
Oh, they'll love.
They have
it.
more time. Yeah.
Yeah.
who like making films like that. So I don't know.
I remember a couple years ago. So it was I just visited the campus one day, but they had the science department did a thing with Jurassic Park where they showed off like dinosaur fossil stuff and then like science of dinosaurs and all this other stuff. But like each department had something, and then there was a VR game or there was a game for with dinosaurs in it. But the funny thing is like some people dressed up like dinosaurs
No,
like
yeah.
stuff or fossils, and they showed up to the event. And then another funny thing is they turned the golf carts. They had Jurassic Park put on the front of the golf carts,
That's funny.
and someone was dressed like an inflatable T-Rex. And
Yeah,
there
those
was-
fucking things.
There was film majors on the golf cart at one point, and so they had the T-Rex chase them while they were on the golf cart, and they were filming it
That's cool.
and made the footage into something.
That's sweet.
That's great.
That's cool.
Since I'm a tutor for IM 110, I have like not exactly management privileges, but like I'm like not like a student in the site on Sakai. I have like I can view the assignments and stuff that you guys have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have I don't know if you know Sam. She's a junior.
Sam Conklin.
Yeah. It's,
Sure. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Austin knows. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
I know
she's
Sam.
my
Yeah.
tutor for or not. I guess
She was
tutor.
my tutor.
Yeah. They
She
just saw.
talked more than the instructor.
Yep, that's how it was last
Yeah.
year.
Sam.
But she, I mean, she knows
It's
her
not.
shit.
Yeah,
That's the
she's
reason
cool.
she talks is because she knows her shit.
Yeah. She knows like
So-
what you're gonna have.
She's
to
not
do.
afraid to roast your stuff. Heads
Well,
up.
last
That's
year.
what I could tell. I
Well,
could
last
definitely
year, what happened? There was this one guy. So he came in with a fucking bullshit attitude. He came in and he's just like, yeah. So I've been working at my job and I don't really need to be here, but like I just do it anyways. And like that's
tell. I
how.
don't need to be at college.
No, he's like
He was-
I
he was
should.
one
I
of
don't
the-
really want to
Oh.
do this,
He
but
Instructor.
He was one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
instructors. And he's just like I don't.
yeah,
need-
it's Steve. Yeah.
But he's just like I don't really need to be here, and then he would just like.
I had him
This is
too.
Photoshop. Here's a pen tool. Blah blah blah. He literally so would say blah
What's his
blah
last
blah.
name?
blah. I don't
Buscemi.
I don't know his last
I
name.
think he might be my lab instructor.
No,
He's
No,
not coming
he's
back.
not.
He's not.
coming
He's not.
back.
He's not.
Never.
Yeah, I know you saw my lab instructor.
Yeah, that's Kyle.
Oh, I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
No, Steve's not
No.
coming
He's
back.
not
So,
coming back.
Okay.
Story time. So Steve, we all complained about Steve. Like we didn't like anything.
Steve.
So there was an obvious difference between people who were in because it was two labs. Who was in Steve's lab and who was in the other lab, and it was an obvious grade difference. And so like, and then he was grading our stuff, but he never taught us anything. So, but he was grading hard, and then never taught us anything. So like that made the grade difference. And I'm also going to take responsibility. I was shit at stuff, but then so we all made like a complaint about it, or there was multiple complaints. I don't think I made one, but like someone talked to authority, whatever, complained about him, and then they said the story they gave us was due to like family issue or something he left, and then we got a new guy.
There was I mean, I know that it's like, well, they fired him, but he had had some weird shit going on there because
he always told us like
he was not
he was always
happy
told
to
us,
be
like,
there.
No, he was not. But he told us like something like I have to work here, and then he goes straight from work to here.
Yeah,
So
I don't
he
know
just,
what
like, he just
I will
he
yeah.
It was
but
good.
But that's the thing. Like he didn't need to like you said, he didn't need to be here.
Well, why
But
was
like he didn't have the attitude.
I don't think
he should have been here because he didn't have the attitude.
Why
but,
was he
like,
here in the first place?
He's getting paid for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's like he felt like he was kind of like he should
Well, how
come
often
back,
did he, like,
but he
teach
didn't
at,
want
college?
to.
Yeah. But so he didn't. They released him. They told us it was due to family matters, and so like whatever, moving on. And so we get this new guy, Billy.
Billy the Kid.
Billy. the Kid.
Really.
Oh, that never.
And I got Brent Wiley.
They got Brent Wiley, which I hate everyone.
I mean, I always had Dan.
He's the man, the myth,
Yeah.
the legend.
Reliable Dan.
And then but Billy was amazing though. But the thing is, Billy went into the IM program and left the IM program whenever he was a student and became a film major. And then now what he does in his career is he edits sportsman's video. Like he works for a TV station, edits the video. But so he's not an expert on Illustrator / Photoshop, and he knows how things work, like a camera and all that. Like he knows the structure, but he doesn't know how you can do it with this stuff. So we had Sam, who was the like teacher's help, whatever, tutor, and she just knows. She makes music, she animates all the time. She just lives in that world. That's her life.
Which is the best way to be in this major.
Oh, especially in this major, yeah. And so she knew her shit and stepped up to the plate. Like, she wouldn't overrule him on anything. She would give him his time to talk, and then, like, whenever he needed help, he would send, like, she was a secret weapon. And
Yeah.
we would show her content. Whenever it was time to, like, use an example, we would use her content. And so it was just, like, she worked, like, just did it well. She did her job well.
And she was a sophomore.
She was a sophomore.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Because like that was and, like it still is pretty much
Her freshman year, she was on 2 catapult teams.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
shit like that. This is her life. I am is her life.
That's so cool.
I am my
I envy
life.
that. I envy that so much.
Well,
It will become your life.
Well, I am your
Look.
I wish I liked a subject that much.
I will give you the forbidden fruit, dude. Don't worry.
the-
As creepy as
no,
that
just
sounds.
So slowly as the year progresses, watch your class diminish. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does kinda happen.
Okay. The comment you made, we were sitting there. I think it was one of you guys. It was either Warren or Austin. I think it was you actually. He was like, "So how much of your class do you think?"
I asked
is
you
gonna
what percentage
drop?
of your class is
And I
gonna
was
drop.
like, "What do you mean?" I'm still really. I still have a lot of anxiety. I'm like 40%. I think it was you who said 40%.
40%.
I was like,
Fingers
what if I'm
crossed.
Part of the 40%.
Fingers
I
crossed.
could be a part of the 40%.
Look, we got you.
No.
We
We've
got
already
you.
inducted
No,
you.
it's done.
You're
It's
no.
too late.
We've adopted
Yeah.
you.
We've
discussed
adopted you.
this.
Yeah.
We're not
So
letting
watch
you
you
go.
over you.
This is
Okay.
yeah. I had a session with them before because last year, no one like in the first semester it was like a bad that semester for me was a bad semester and like my work showed like that it was bad and like I could have done a lot better. And then second semester, I got to work with some sophomores. They kind of like took me under their wing. Like they were in I was a game design, but they were in animation. And I became close friends with like one of them, and then I became close friends with the group. And they're like, "Oh, you can help us work with and like you can help us do things." And I became in some of their animation because at the time they were doing green screen, so I became part of their animations at some time. And like they put my name pretty much in animation. Like all the professors in animation knew me well
That's cool. That's
before
really
I even switched to animation. And like that's the reason I did switch to animation because I was a part of their projects and I actually enjoyed it more than the coding and all that fun stuff we were doing in game design.
Which, by the way, I hate coding with a passion.
Yeah, and so
I'm trash at it and I don't like it.
Well,
but yeah,
I don't think you're gonna be doing the same coding you did at Arizona.
That's true. When I was doing, I think that the reason I don't like coding is because the only coding I was doing was Java. That's it.
Oh, that's hard.
Strictly Java.
Java.
No.
And Java is so stupid. It's so stupid. And like literally, like our computer science class was Java.
Yeah.
Just Java.
Yeah.
So yeah, that class didn't go too great. I still passed. Failed the
Nice.
final, passed the class.
Here you go.
It worked, but yeah. So I was talking to Jake, and then like you would join the group. But I said like after last year, because my second semester improved so much, and then it increased like a passion. Because again, I was game design.
I remember
I
this.
enjoyed the game,
Mhm.
but like I was struggling with it.
Yeah.
And then it created just a passion for animation for me, and like a passion for the project. And like I'd come in every day and like, this is what I did today, guys. While you guys were like out doing this, and I was out making this animation, working on the green screen, or carrying a tub of water and filling it with food coloring because it made a cool effect.
And that's awesome.
Yeah,
I remember specifically you, like, coming in sleep deprived. Like, guys, I stayed up all night. I made
Yeah.
this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Or like something like roasting our professors. Like, I made this animation of our professors. That's a total roast. It
Yeah.
took all night, but look at
But
this.
look at it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And so like it created
Yeah.
like it made me more passionate about it.
Mhm.
And then it's just like it's hard to watch people like lose passion because it is hard. And I know like growing up, like I always like did well in things I was passionate about, but like sucked at like if I didn't give a shit, I didn't put my shit into it.
works
And so like
Yeah.
they helped me. The upperclassmen helped me find my passion and then like become more passionate about that passion. And so I was like, this year I got to repay or redo the favor, and like I got to pass it on. So I was literally when you guys are standing up in practicum, they're like, all freshmen or new to the IM program, please stand up. We turned around. I'm like, I was looking.
Where's our-
who's
Who's it gonna be?
I know, like I gotta pick a good one. I can't find one, so everyone hates. I gotta find a good one. And then like we hung out I think the night before.
Yeah, night before.
The night before, and like
Stayed up till 2 in the morning
We
talking
said-
about Pokemon and Drag Maze.
exactly, it was great. And like they said, I don't like. Well, I know Jake's got claims on him.
Oh yeah, there's like a custody battle
Yeah.
going
We're
on.
Yeah.
having a battle.
Yeah.
But, like I'm like I know Jake's
Which
got
one
claims
gets
on
to see him
He's
on
got
the
friendship
weekends?
rules, but I'm like he's under my wing. He's the one I'm taking. And so like. I was like, I gotta find the person, I gotta repay the favor, and so like when I'm doing something or like when I'm working on stuff, I would show this person. You are UI UX, so
Yeah.
I can take you into my
UI
game.
UX.
Yeah.
To a certain point.
But
To a certain point.
He's gonna push you out the nest.
Yeah. So I can show you some game jams. I can show you some cool things you can do with animation and all that fun stuff.
We can show you our final projects for
We can-
150.
Yeah, we can help. We can help you like
Oh,
guide
yeah.
you through like whenever you're struggling with the class because we've experienced that class.
Did that in about 2 hours.
Like that's honestly
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Like that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, we got you.
We're all
Yeah.
willing to like help you through the class and everything.
And you don't have Chad, so.
Yeah.
I'm more
It'll be a
worried
different
about-
class, actually.
I'm honestly more anxious about this semester.
Oh, nah, you're
Which-
good.
The only reason I'm anxious about this semester is because
They do make it out to be like the big like we're
Well,
gonna
it's
execute
not
everyone.
even that. It's that this is all I am,
Yeah.
and while it is I am stuff, it's literally everything.
It's everything.
But
UI
But you-
user
That's what it
experience.
was for
Yeah.
us.
and they're literally like, oh yeah, don't worry, we'll get you. We haven't. They literally said we haven't forgot about you, UI UX people. We'll get to you next semester. I'm like,
That's what
Yeah.
they told us.
okay.
We
Yeah.
had one
Yeah.
UI UX person in our
class.
And
Class.
they're like,
Oh,
well,
man,
it sucks
yeah.
to suck. They're like, we'll try to get to you.
Right, I
It
think-
wasn't even like we are.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that before you went here, but like I was like, well,
That's honestly the main reason I picked here.
I know.
Is because I'm like, I've never heard of this. This seems like literally my ideal degree, psychology and game design together.
Yeah.
Because those are my
Yeah.
two favorite subjects.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Cool.
if that's
But UI UX, like even if you're not trained or like taught how to do it like directly, game design, animation, I'll use it.
oh, it's still.
You're
Yeah.
like-
See, the idea is that you need to know this
Oh
anyway.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not useful. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I'm not going to be interested in it as much as I would UI
Yeah.
UX.
Definitely.
Which means I'm not going to be
I'm
as
gonna
good at
ask-
it.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to get more anxious when I start to do bad, and it's just going to roll down.
Well, the thing was, because I was in game design the first semester, my animation like suffered, but I didn't care enough because I'm game design. I don't care about this animation, and that was because we did animation first, and I'm like entering the year. I'm like I'm game design, like that's my thing. Like so I'm like I didn't care about my animation. I'm like whatever it works, and like also through like grading and everything, like I was losing. Like I didn't really have a passion for it because I never had someone to like show me like no this is animation. This is what really animation is. This shit you're doing right now is like whatever. But, and then like game design, I enjoyed the art of the game, and then like the animations of like the character.
Right. Yeah.
But like the coding, I was like, help me, I need help.
Yeah, for the game though, it's basically Scratch, except it's a little bit more involved.
Scratch as in-
Stencil is basically Scratch.
Oh.
Remember
I'm not
Scratch?
worried about the program.
Yeah.
Except for Stencil crashes more.
That's what I've heard.
Stencil's
Stencil's a fine lady.
Stencil's like a fine woman.
It's like a fine woman.
That's another inside joke.
Yeah.
Not an inside joke. I mean, it's just
I always
Facts of
I always get that messed up. I think you're saying a fine wine. Stencil's like a fine wine.
So which is better, Stencil or Scratch? Which?
Oh.
I know that you've worked with both.
I mean, I just like Stencil better because
I've done a little Scratch, but
I like Stencil better because it's
Stencil-
desktop based and you can do more in it.
Stencil is
Yeah.
Stencil is simpler than I think Scratch is. Just because
Really?
whenever I use Scratch, I did it like so.
I like the
I took a
syntax
game-
that
yeah.
Stencil uses better
I took
too.
a game/animation class in high school.
Hmm.
And,
Okay.
like we
So
did.
did we, but it was a joke.
Yeah, it was a complete
it was
joke.
mostly using Alice, but then eventually we did Java.
Alice, yeah.
And then
Oh,
we did Java for a long while, and then finally we did games, but we used Scratch like a little bit.
Yeah.
I miss Python. I know Python's not used so
I
much,
didn't like
but that
Python.
was the only code language that I actually
You
liked.
were, yeah. I remember you
loved
doing
Python.
fine in that. I was
Yeah.
kind of lost.
I literally they're like, oh, you only have to go do what was it, 20% of a code language?
Yeah,
for our
yeah.
class, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And I ended
He-
up doing like 80% of Python.
Our computer programming class that we took twice was
We took the same class twice.
but it was
Got two
he
credits.
called it a
Got
different
7
class,
credits
so we were able to take it again.
for it. It was so great. The teacher got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roast.
We didn't learn any programming in there.
Awesome.
We just watched Code Lyoko the whole time.
Yep.
Sounds like my woodshop teacher.
Have you both seen Code Lyoko, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, Austin knows.
I know it. Jake references it all the time.
Yeah, and Warren remembers it.
Have you seen the dub that he and
I don't want to show them that.
yes, you do.
You can
Now
go
I
watch
brought it
that
up.
without
Now
me.
I'll show it to you. It's embarrassing.
I wish Ben would have done the whole thing because it's not when I do it, it's just cringy.
It's all cringy.
It is,
But it's a
but Ben,
good-
the way
it's
Ben
a
does
good
it, it's really funny.
Just 'cause Ben's gonna be a
Different
person.
Ben, obviously.
yeah.
Obviously, when we're lost on a bend.
Oh, I still need to figure out the Jake thing because my roommate's name is Jake.
So is he Jake number
We're
4?
doomed.
I don't even know.
Well, he would
Or
be
does it
if he
replace
comes
Jake?
down
yeah,
with
he
us.
would be if he left his room.
Yeah,
Rip.
but
So that's just,
what's his last?
Jake
Oh wait,
Roast.
well,
His last name is
Jake.
Going.
no, I'm not
post
doing
it.
that
Post-
unless you remind me to.
No, I'm not.
Jake Jakerson.
Jake Jakerson. Wait, could you call him by his last name or no? Shuli and Rudy work out great because
I could just okay. That's why you want his last name is Miksh
okay.
and it's spelled weird.
Hey Mix,
Miksh.
yeah.
just drop my
He's super
mixtape.
nice. Though.
Mixtape.
What'd you say?
I said I just dropped my mixtape.
Drop that mixtape.
He's really nice, but he's really quiet and he's super introverted and he might be addicted to video games. I can't
Boy,
tell you.
dude.
I'm
Bruh.
pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Watch how school.
You gotta look
works
up the
out.
symptoms. It's in the syllabus.
Watch,
Yeah, we
watch,
saw
how,
all symptoms
watch
and
how his schoolwork
practical.
goes, and then
Yeah, that's what my plan is.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
I definitely was addicted to video games at ASU.
Yeah. You were.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say.
No, I know. I knew I was at the time
Mhm,
too. I was
mhm.
just like, I just don't care that I'm addicted to gaming because it's like school's already
So
fucked
bad.
anyway, so it's like it's not gonna change much.
Huh.
but I have. This is weird though. It's like the first time ever that I have not really needed a game since I've come here, which is super weird.
Yeah.
Over the summer, I've been playing a lot too.
That's pretty cool because the same thing happened to me is when I first came here too. Like
I just
in
don't
terms
want
of
to.
gaming, it just dropped
I
off.
just don't want to.
Really?
I feel like it.
Yeah, that's
I think
that happened to me,
Yeah, we've
like-
already kind of like grabbed you, like and like
yeah.
put you in a social circle.
And I'm like,
That's
well,
the thing.
I'm doing this now.
Most of the time, it's like when you,
Yeah.
the reason you go into game addiction is because you play games and because that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was at ASU, I had a super tight knit friend group, like just as tight as high school was.
Really?
Not tight.
You never brought it up that
yeah,
much
I know,
stuff.
because I just didn't.
I was gaming.
Okay.
The thing was, it was me and it was 4 other people. All of them lived off campus.
Oh yeah.
So I was alone in my dorm every weekend, consistently every weekend, because I didn't have a car, and none of them, all of them took like public transit and stuff.
Okay.
Because Tempe, Arizona is like super condensed.
Yeah,
Super condensed. So they're all like, they just do whatever during the weekends with their families and whatnot. And it's like I just sit and game every second of my free time. Literally every second. Like it was bad because it's like every time that you opened Discord. I was
You were
playing
there.
a game. I was playing
You were there.
playing something.
I was like, I mean, I was like, there was a lot of time where it's like, I could get on now, but he's most likely going to be on later, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've done it when you've said stuff like that because you're like, we'd be watching Osu and you're like, yo, you got to watch my friend Max play,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, it was like late at fucking night. And I was like, well, he's probably like in bed right now or something. And no.
By the way, Osu is the only game that I still enjoy playing since I've come here.
Really? Not even the division?
Well, I got sick of that. I
Okay.
super into it for like 2 days and I'm already sick of it.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it's
become sick of games all the time. Hashtag every time we do a podcast, I rant about a stupid game.
just- okay, what's this one?
Your gaming selection's very interesting.
What is this one? Yeah. What is the game that you
I
rant about?
haven't played any games recently enough to. Yeah. But then I would have to rant about it. I don't
The reason
No, you can rant about it. I rant about it.
I enjoy Osu.
Here's the thing is
Don't even get me started on how much I
the
rant
reason
about this fucking game.
you're in the with the video game addiction thing. Was definitely addicted to video games when I first got my Xbox 360. My parents took it away from me at one point because my grades actually slipped in 8th grade. They were shit. 7th grade amazing. 8th grade shit. Fucking hated that grade. Probably one of the lowest periods of my life. That was an
that
awful
the
time. I was so fucking pissed at everything that back then.
Mine's sophomore year of high school.
That too was pretty bad. Yeah,
Mine
yeah.
was senior year of high school and then freshman year of college.
What do you mean senior? Wait,
I would go
what?
senior year
What do you
of
mean
high
senior
school
year?
as well,
I tanked my
looking
grades
back on
hard.
it.
junior
Oh,
year.
for grades, yeah.
I was straight A's freshman, sophomore year, all honors classes, straight A's, and then I just tanked fucking hard junior, senior year. My
Oh,
grade
yeah.
point went from like a 4.1 at the end of sophomore year to
You
like
were
a
that
3.2.
high? Wow.
3.2. It was
Yeah.
bad. I
Yeah,
had like a 2.5 junior year.
So, yeah,
I didn't know.
It was about.
that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to.
It was about how like passionate I was for classes. Like,
Yep.
I never like in my family. I really didn't care about grades until like it was like a C, and then you're like, oh fuck you. And then, like then you'd get pissed. But like for classes, if I wasn't passionate about it, there'd be very few classes.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, I enjoyed this class. I love this class.
I didn't have any classes.
But yeah, with the video game thing, like because it was like that was the prime time of Xbox Live. You had Halo Reach. You had the first Black Ops. Modern Warfare 2 was still popular, and I was on there all the time. And then like basically after it got taken away and stuff like that, it became more of a thing where it's like because I eventually split up with that, and I guess the last game that I was really into the like for multiplayer is Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. But like that for me, it's I don't like for multiplayer games. I get bored of them pretty quickly. I like it's something where like it's like yeah I could go do that, but like it's I I always find the single player story experience more fun, and the reason I don't get addicted to them is because like I can play that anytime, and I like it's I don't it's not like it's just waiting for me whenever I come back to it. But with multiplayer, it's like, well, I have to jump in now because obviously this won't be around forever. But like, yeah, that's like my take on
For me,
the whole
I was
gaming
kinda,
addiction thing.
Lucky/unlucky, mostly lucky. I feel like because growing up, I wasn't a huge gamer
Mm-hmm.
because like my financially, family wise, like I didn't get
Right.
a chance to like buy every game I wanted, and then also my dad was not gonna pay for Xbox Live.
Oh yeah,
He's not
yeah.
gonna
There
do
was
that.
some parents like
That-
it's like
yeah.
I'm not fucking doing
He's
that
just
shit.
like,
Yeah.
like at the point we didn't see the point of it because all we loved was the campaigns.
Yeah.
And like if we wanted to play multiplayer, it was me versus my dad.
I always
that was
yeah.
multiplayer.
I always felt that way, and then like my two friends got Xbox Live. They're like, "This is the most amazing thing ever," and then I got them. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah, my friends
god!"
would talk about my friends would talk about Xbox Live all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was so at the time also I never had like DirecTV or cable or anything. So I got, like,
Oh
the
yeah,
5
that's
channels.
right.
I
Yeah.
had like the 5 channels that you'd get if you had signal, and then I'm like I didn't have Xbox Live, so I just like was content with like what I had. So
Yeah.
everybody who like talked about Xbox Live, I'm like, I put you in the people that also have cable. I'm like, you're just better than me right now. Like, you do your thing. I'll be content with mine.
Yeah.
Like as I grew up, I was taught like to be content with what I have.
Mhm.
And so
I first got addicted to video games when I got my first computer. Like I was just into gaming. Like I had I had a Wii and then a DS. And
That-
I didn't
Nice.
I didn't
Nice.
like Xbox.
Yeah.
I didn't like the controller based kind of games, but I liked like the Wii for some reason. But the first my computer that I got, which I still have, that
Your
is when
laptop.
everything was like.
Yeah, that I feel the same way because I never really pictured myself as a gamer until I got an Xbox.
Exactly how.
Yeah, because I was like that until then it was just I did this casually, like I would play it sometimes. But when I got my Xbox 360, I'm like, I'm a gamer now. So like, but before that, I had never really like pictured myself as a big gaming person.
I still don't picture myself as a gamer.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that's
yeah.
cool.
I mean, it's good that there's still like just a
It's
casual
funny that I also
thing.
wanted to go to game design. I couldn't
Yeah.
realize I was a gamer. That,
Mhm.
I think that's hard.
I've
that helped me decide. I remember talking with you before I made
Yeah.
the switch. I'm like, I'm thinking about switching because I'm not a gamer. Every time you guys talk about games, I'm sitting.
and
here.
we always mistook you for an animation major.
That's
You
true.
guys are sitting for Ben.
Oh well, yeah, but like
That's true.
but that's not true. But like,
You were always drawing.
Yeah. I was
yeah,
like-
you're always drawing like you just didn't seem like a game design major. You just had the animation major persona.
I remember, when he was talking to us, and he's like, I thought you were animation
Oh, I
because
thought you
game
were
designers
animation.
aren't social. He goes to talk with people. He goes, we have a friend that's a game designer. We don't talk with him. He never shows up. I was like, oh, true.
Yeah, I feel like that divide's not as big as it was because I remember, more people saying that last semester where it's like, well, there's like the game designers and the animators, and I'm like, just like, no, we're all
Well, the thing is,
together.
We
What the
weeded
fuck?
out so many people last year.
What? What?
Sorry, go on, Austin.
What'd you say?
We weeded out so many people last year that we have no
I don't
division
like
because
that
we all
phrase
were.
still.
What?
The weeded out, the freshmen, the I'm still.
Look,
Oh.
this is gonna be so much better
I
for
don't
you.
want it,
I
but
know, I know.
it's gonna happen.
Like-
It's gonna happen. I know you guys aren't intending to talk about me when you say it.
You're gonna meet some people in your class who are just the biggest pieces of shit.
Oh,
And you know what? Next
yeah.
semester,
Yeah.
you won't even see them. They'll be gone, and
Yeah.
you'll be like,
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
So everyone's like happy. You're just like, man, I game all the time. I love this shit.
Stop it!
You have this now?
Stop. Okay, like it's just like this. It's like the reason they say that is they're trying to get people where it's like I like video games. That means I can make games.
That's how I was going into last year.
For programming?
Yeah, I was like, I love the thought of making things programming.
Yeah, but
I can do programming.
at least you went into programming though because you wanted to actually you weren't like
I wanted to be a programmer.
Yeah,
why I
but
went to
that's
programming.
kind of different than like
These people are like
I don't
they
know,
play
like
games,
it's
so
like
I think they can
it's like
make
a,
it.
it's,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
the
really
whole
picture
thing.
programming
Oh.
as yeah.
It wasn't like,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
Programming,
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna. That's totally
Okay.
different.
Like I watched Code Lyoko.
I
So I'm
can
gonna
I
do
can draw
programming.
code I can draw code Lyoko.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like it's two different things. So like that's what happened with. They tell us you get the lecture, like you guys got in practicum. We got the lecture before then.
We got the lecture the first.
Did you guys get the look to your left, look to your right thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
lecture.
that was before class even started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the
Oh.
welcome. That was part of welcome.
Yeah,
Oh
Which,
yeah, that
by
was
the
that.
way,
That was that.
The whole freshman experience thing, going through that for the second time is not fun. I don't like it. I did welcome week last year. I did actually ASU was a little different because my class was 15.
I remember
kids.
you sending.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that video I sent? I was looking for
It was outside. It was like there was like a bouncing house or like something outside. It was like at nighttime.
Oh, I wanted to send you guys the picture of our stadium filled with my class.
Okay.
Which was the greatest spectacle I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding. Because I was like, wow, all of these people are in my freshman class. And it was a full stadium filled with people. And it's like, all these people live right by me. In my class. What is this? This is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wish I had that video still. I don't have it on my phone anymore. I deleted
yeah.
it. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
ASU was amazing, but not for school.
I gotcha. Yeah. Huh?
Freshman reading out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to
I know
that.
it's like a bad trip, but it's just fact.
realistic.
It's just something like.
I don't.
welcome
I mean,
fact.
yeah.
There's multiple things that like happen. I am number one. You're gonna be sleep deprived. Number two.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not new.
Like you find out really who's passionate about it, because like some people just enjoy. It's
The
a
beginning
hobby.
was so
Sometimes
fun.
it's a hobby. Sometimes then it's the difference between a hobby and what your passion is.
Yeah.
Like some people go into it and like, well, there's like I feel like she's gonna leave later this year. There's a girl in my animation class now she was a biology major last year. But I knew her because she was in my EHS class. But she's like, I draw all the time, so I'm gonna be good at animation. And like, I'm like, kind of. I know she's gonna be. Like, I hope she's good.
Wait, who?
I don't know her name.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Or I didn't.
that?
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, sorry.
That's
like,
good.
It's like I'm worried. Like, can she turn it into? I'm like, this isn't just like drawing. It's not just like a hobby. Like I draw all the time. Doesn't mean I can. Just because I can draw, I'm gonna be a fantabulous animator.
Well, it's kind of like Scott. It's kind of like Scott said, where it's like if you didn't do anything, like if you'd rather do.
I was really hoping he wasn't talking to freshmen when he said that.
He was.
But I
No,
thought he
no,
was.
no, he wasn't. Last year he clarified that he did not do that this year.
Okay.
He did say, besides freshmen.
Context. He said that I want to know what projects you guys
Yeah,
worked on this summer.
yeah.
I cut you off, sorry.
Last year,
Yeah.
he said, I strictly remember him saying, besides freshmen, I hope that all the upperclassmen worked on projects
I
over
was
the
like-
summer.
Yeah.
Nope, I sat in my room, and then I went to work at an insurance agency. And that was
Well,
it.
that's and he said like, who all had an internship? I'm like, I didn't have an internship, but I had a job. I did something. At least
had
I
a
mean,
job and I learned about
I-
that.
I was waiting for him to say that again. For some reason that really stuck in my head last year, and I was waiting for him to say it to me this year.
Scott, he's a
You know,
person.
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Scott is a super passionate person about, like, he's wanting you to make this
Yeah,
your life.
yeah.
He's ready for you to.
Yeah.
He's actually probably one of my favorite people just because he's guided.
I
me so much
love
into-
Scott.
Scott's cool.
Yeah.
Just because he's guided me
His
so much
lectures
into-
were really fun.
Oh yeah.
Really fun.
Are you sorry?
No, yeah. I'm
Okay. When he said that, I immediately thought of the graphics that you made for my stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm like, I'm happy that you made me do those because I'm like, yay, I'm doing stuff over
Yeah,
the summer
exactly,
for
yeah.
Scott
He made a bunch of
senpai.
like graphics for like an offline screen and like a channel banner for my Twitch and like little box banners for all the information.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, I was happy they made me do that because I'm like, well, my computer's broken, so I want to do something right now.
Yeah, so that was cool that it worked out good.
Yeah.
So now if he asks you personally, what did you do this summer? You can be like,
I made graphics for my friend's Twitch channel, and I made
That is
album
dead.
covers.
that is dead.
No, it's not dead.
It's not dead. I'm starting streaming Monday. I'm starting again Monday. I streamed like every day for 2 weeks straight right before school started.
Yeah, that was pretty
And I got,
amazing.
I had more followers on that than I did on
Than
my
you do on your
than I had for
YouTube.
2 years.
That has like
At
how
one
many
point-
videos? There's a lot of
Well,
videos
there's
on the
like more
YouTube.
barely
Like
from
70
YouTube.
videos on my YouTube.
People are bailing from YouTube.
They're all
That's
Osu,
great.
but still.
People are bailing from YouTube.
That's
why.
true. That's true.
Yeah, we were talking
Well, and
before.
Osu is,
And I feel like Osu's just way
It's
more of a
niche.
Twitch
On
thing.
YouTube.
Yeah.
it's good on Twitch. Though.
Yeah.
But we were talking before. You wanted you and me were gonna actually play games and just get the commentary from that.
We were?
That was early.
Oh
last year.
shit.
Early last year, we were joking around about that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because we were talking about I was talking about I don't play many games. You're like, well, you can play this with me.
I have done full playthroughs of a couple games on my channel, and they're just shit.
It's
Or
literally
Blind
me
Forest,
cussing
which I
the
totally
entire
thought
time.
you played.
Yeah, that
Didn't
Child of
play through?
Light, you got it confused with Ori
Ori and the Blind
Forest.
I was like, yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest. They're coming out with a sequel to that. You played it. On
Yeah,
your
and I'm
channel.
like, what? I didn't play that, Max. And you know what's funny is that Let's Play stops at 3. I actually didn't continue
You
playing.
never played the game.
I never played the rest of the
Oh,
game.
Child of
either.
Light?
Yeah,
It is. I don't know.
I meant to play the rest of it, and I still want to, but it's not a priority.
Are you gonna play Osu? I'm sorry. Osu is all I can think about. I swear.
I want to.
Okay,
That's
you'll hear me bitch about it a lot. Like I bitch
Yeah.
about that game nonstop. But
I've
it's
been
like
about every game nonstop.
that Osu is a game you'll either play it and never come back to it.
I'm a
or
unique
you're
case,
Unique, that you play it recreationally, which is super.
which is
unheard of.
nobody
It's
does.
either you play it once and never touch it again, or
Yeah.
you're addicted
Yeah.
for a while. Like you're just like I just
Osu's
like
like
grind. It's
Flappy
Yeah.
Bird for me. It's because Flappy Bird, people complaining because they get so frustrated.
Oh,
That's
I
me
got
and
you.
I don't
Osu.
think
I keep
it's-
playing it because I'm so frustrated.
Well, that's true. I play.
I
The
like
reason
that.
I'm super into Osu is because I like the rank climbing system. Like the worldwide ranking
That's
thing is like I've always liked super grindy games that are totally skill based. That the more you put time you put into it, it shows right there.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
in
Yeah.
comparison to like the world and stuff.
I like it because it's like I like anime title themes and
Oh,
I can
nice.
play them on there, and I like if getting a full combo is super satisfying,
That's true.
and I don't care what difficulty I'm doing it at.
And as much
As long as
I
I'm
just
being
like passing.
challenged.
I just like making it till I pass.
that's,
Yeah.
that's cool too.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
I mean, if you play it, you'll get to the point where you'll be able to pass most stuff, but getting a full combo is the part that
That's how
sucks.
you get rankings. By
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that.
Yeah.
You don't get rankings from passing hard shit. You get rankings for full combo
Full
stuff
combos,
with good
yeah.
accuracy.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, there's also like mods plus like accuracy using mods.
I don't use the mods.
Crazy.
I don't use
I
them.
only like hit
Crazy.
Hard rock, I'll do if we're playing with lower people, and it makes it slightly harder.
Yeah. Oh, I need the Monstrata. He keeps just shitting out maps. You know the guy who made the Cookie Monster?
Oh, really?
He literally just shits out maps, like 30-second maps. He mapped a fight scene from a kung fu movie, and it's a farm map. And he just, it's just a fucking-
It's not even a song?
No, well, it is technically a song, but it's got like the video in the background. It's like a fight scene. It's a really cheesy fight scene where there's like a mom and her daughter spinning around through the air.
Yeah, if you also can't tell, the game's kind of cancerous, by the
Oh,
way.
the
So,
game?
yeah, it's pretty, like, it's really cool, but also cancer.
Oh, and as much as it tries to say that it's not an anime game,
It
it's
is.
an anime game.
So, if we're being
Like, there's
completely honest here. If you don't like anime, then you're not going to like it. But if you want to try to convince your fellow friend to play it, like Max does, then he'll lie to you and say that there's tons of regular-
dubstep and tech songs and like
That's true.
just regular pop songs.
But if you go in there to play Queen, you're probably probably not
You
gonna.
are, but you're not gonna get anything more than like a 3-star song.
I doubt there's anything.
What's Bohemian Rhapsody? I know. Bohemian
Okay,
Rhapsody.
yeah, that one's of course.
Also, I just,
If you're going in to play the Beach
I
Boys,
mean,
you're probably not
and
gonna.
there's a lot of meme songs.
Oh,
I imagine. I can only
so
imagine.
Love these
I know.
Yeah.
There's like We Are Number One. I have on there. I have a Keemstar ear rape version on there. It's
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man. Bunch of classics.
Yeah.
And they have You're Welcome on there. That's when it's complete.
No what?
You're
They
Welcome.
probably have that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet they have.
Yeah.
And if it's probably the bass boosted version too.
Yeah.
So, have you played any games recently, Warren?
I played a lot
Yeah.
of games over the summer, mainly. I think I bitched enough
Feel like
about
we
Mass
both kinda
Effect
did.
3 at Inc. before you guys showed up.
The Korean.
They were like, "What did you
genocide.
play, Warren?" It was like just me and
really?
Joseph and
yeah, I
Audrey.
was like, you walked in and Joseph's like, "What do you think about Mass Effect 3?"
they were like, "Oh, what did you play?" And I was like, "Mass Effect 3." And they're like, "Oh, the best one." And I was like, "Excuse me."
That's not how I feel about that.
Yeah. I played Mafia 3. I don't know if you saw my
Oh,
my
you did?
dank
Sweet.
You didn't see my dank Xbox screenshots and captures and shit.
Wait, on Twitter?
No, on the Xbox feed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I go on there all the time.
All of it, dude. Check it out. I'm not even joking. All of it's
Really?
just glitches in the game.
Well, now I actually really
They're
want to
like,
go see
there's
it.
this one scene where I'm like walking down the street and I walk around the corner and this truck is exploding, right? And
Is
it
it
just
a gas
goes,
truck?
huh? Yeah, it's no, it's just a truck that's like
Oh, okay.
flying upwards, and it just goes like, and like reverses time, and just like down. And I'm like,
That game
Whoa.
is the most amazing.
Whoa.
I've seen one of the best glitches where like the main character is driving like a propane truck or like a giant gas truck, like, and he drives up like to the parking spot, and then it just starts shaking and like flies in the air, and it's fucking crazy, man. It's really those Mafia 3 glitches are really good.
yeah. I
Was
have
the
a lot of
story
them.
worth it?
Huh?
Was the story worth it?
If you're invested in the mafia as a whole, like,
If you like mafia stories.
no, I mean like
Oh.
they're all connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Invested in the previous two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to play that game, but it wasn't a priority.
What I didn't know is that like, so how the game is that you're like stealing territory, and every time you steal like a huge section, you have to give it to 3 bosses.
Oh.
And like there's like a loyalty system, and it's if you give it to one too much, the other people get pissed off at you and stuff. But you get rewards from this one particular person. And I was with my boy Vito, because Vito is the guy you play as in Mafia 2.
Oh,
and he's
okay,
just like an
okay.
old guy in this. He's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, give me shit." And
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
"I got you, fam."
Yeah.
But what I didn't know is you could totally just like give a bunch of shit to one person, and the other person will just break off from you.
And then
be
they're
like,
just gone?
They'll be like, "I'm fucking done. I'm done with your bullshit."
Oh,
and then you have to
shit.
go and like kill them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I might have to go
actually.
back and play. Oh my gosh. What I remembered. Okay, I kind of actually hated the story of this game.
Okay.
I thought it was like the most boring shit.
It's
and it
not,
was just like,
it's not the best part.
and like I got through the final like encounter and everything. The after credit scene of this movie, it
Damn.
pretty much is a fucking movie, whatever. Unless you did the homework for I Am 380, then it's a game. But did you actually read the article? Ethan's article?
I
It's
haven't- I haven't
every
read it.
game's a game. It's like, cool, Ethan.
Wait, every game's a game? Wait, I haven't read it yet. What is it?
It's basically what it is this he talks about games in comparison to art, and there's always this like there's this guy who's like, technically, this isn't a game because you do this and it's not a game.
Oh, okay.
And we have this
Every game's
homework
a
where we
game.
read like 8 different definitions of people from like the past 30 years who are like, this is what a game is. Here's what a game
Yeah.
has. But Ethan, after you read that, you read an article that's written by Ethan that just says like, that's fucking stupid. Games are games. The end. And I was like, why did we have to
Why
read
do we
that
have to
first
read
thing?
that? Yeah.
But
But
he's- yeah.
I agree with that though. Like, that like. I mean, yeah, it's really fun to joke about. It's like, well, it's not really a game because you barely do anything. But like, people like love to shit on games like Firewatch and
I still need to finish that.
Me
oh,
especially.
you have it?
I had it. Yeah, I played like an hour and a half.
Wait, no, said Warren especially loves this shit.
I need to finish that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it, like I guess for me, it's kind of like if you made this as a movie, would it be as effective as it was as a game?
Prey.
What?
Prey.
The game Prey?
I haven't watched it fully.
Oh, I forgot you didn't watch it.
But
Never
I
mind.
thought that was like
Prey. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Prey.
Retweet.
All right, what did he
Yes,
say though
Prey.
about it? Then he's saying that it should have been a movie,
No, but he's saying like, or was it Prey?
or is he saying the opposite?
I
It probably
think
was
it
Prey.
Well, I think. It was
Well,
Prey.
I don't
It's like-
understand why it's Prey, so it might
I
not
don't-
be.
I don't know if it was Prey or some other video, but it's like he says that if it were a movie, it would not have the same emotional impact as if it were a game. Maybe
Yeah.
It was fuck. I don't remember.
Sounds like last name.
I think I don't
Soma?
think it was Prey. Soma. That's
Yeah.
what it was. It was
Yeah.
Soma, and it was if it were a movie, it would not have anywhere near the
No.
lasting impact on
Mm-mm.
him that it did as a game. So.
Yeah, I remember the beginning of that. He said the gameplay sucks, but the story is amazing. He's essentially right, but the gameplay does across making you scared, maybe more than. I've never been more frightened of a character than in that game, and not all the bosses are equally frightening. I'm just talking about this one. He was in an he's wears like one of those like old time like scuba masks with all the side things, and he can see you from all angles, and you're underwater, and you're in a abandoned boat underwater, and it scared the shit out of me.
If we're gonna segue into memorable scary moments of video games, Arkham Asylum Scarecrow.
Oh really? He was. I have never played Arkham Asylum,
Did
but
either of you play Arkham Asylum?
I'm
Xbox
slightly familiar with it.
360?
Yeah.
The Scarecrow thing literally gave me nightmares for months. Like, by the way, that's like the only Xbox game I've played through.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
And
shocked
I
right
played
now.
through Halo 3 too.
Yeah.
But that was terrifying. So terrifying. My dad played through it after I did. He's like, it can't be that bad, and he said that it was one of the most traumatizing things he's seen on a video game.
Yeah, and I feel like it's if a game I mean this is pretty obvious, but I'll just bring it up. You have jump scare games, and then you have legitimately
Like
frightening
psychological horror.
psychological horror
Yeah,
games,
that's what the Scarecrow
and
part
those
is.
actually get to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ethan's point was that.
Yeah, go back to that. We
Yeah.
kinda got off
Okay.
track.
So like, you should always name something in a game as like a point of reference to it, because that way you can grow from the games as opposed to closing the dialogue
Okay.
and saying this isn't a game. We can't look at it as a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't be saying Firewatch isn't a game. I should be saying Firewatch is a shitty game.
Right.
Or,
Okay.
Yeah. in
That was
general.
his point.
So yeah, Mafia 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the after credit scene. Is anyone gonna play Mafia 3?
Probably not.
No.
I'll probably
Go
forget
ahead.
it.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler warning for this fucking game. Okay, so the whole game's like a documentary, right?
Uh huh.
And the whole time, your partner who helps you just murder everyone in this city is like talking to this judge because he got in trouble afterwards.
Okay.
So he's like telling the judge the whole story of like, yeah, Lincoln was a badass. We did this shit because we're badasses, whatever. And then this shit ends, and then fucking I ditch town. My character ditched town. That's the choice I chose.
Oh, okay.
And at the end, the judge is talking to him like, so this guy, like, he killed every mobman in the fucking city, and you helped him. And, like, why the fuck did you help him? Why the hell were you involved in this? And he's like, well, you know, the head of the mob bosses you had to kill, his name was Sal Marcano.
Okay.
And he's like, well, Sal Marcano was in with some deep shit, and including, you know, some of the shit on Kennedy and the assassination attempt. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? She's
Whoa.
like, so I read some files, all of yours, including yours, Senator. And the senator's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy
What?
pulls out a gun and shoots the senator in the face. And he's like, I'm not starting with you, I'm ending with you. And he walks out the camera, and then the credits start rolling again.
What the
And
fuck?
it was like,
what? Holy shit.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to buy DLC for this shitty game so I can
yeah.
see the rest of what happens.
Damn, that sounds really badass.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's gonna go into like 60s like conspiracy theory shit, which is what I'm way into. So I wanna get into that.
I did a project on JFK's assassination.
What do you propose?
What do you propose?
Second shooter. Was it
Yes.
the driver?
I think I
The driver turn around and shoot
I
him?
totally believe there is a second shooter.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. There's because
Think it was James
goes-
Franco. Do you think James
Wait,
Franco went
wait,
back in time?
why James Franco?
You guys, there was that Hulu thing. That was J.J. Abrams and Stephen King collaboration.
And James Franco was a star in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Stephen King is apparently blocked by Donald Trump on Twitter. This is
Roast.
a complete tangent.
Now he
Okay.
can't see the Dark Tower.
Why
dude.
is that?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay.
But I saw
Stephen King and J.K. Rowling are known to fucking roast Trump.
If he's okay, I
They
understand that.
fucking roast Trump.
I've
all
seen the
time.
J.K.
I've seen
Rowling's.
Stephen King do it, but anyway.
I've seen the J.K. Rowling tweets, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I saw his tweet by Stephen King today. It had like 170,000 likes, and it was like, Trump blocked me on Twitter. I guess I'm blocking him from seeing it, and then whatever other movie that's coming out soon. And then,
Too bad the Dark Tower
So
wasn't that
he-
good.
Oh yeah, I was
that
gonna.
a
I just
super
that
random
movie did
segue.
not
Has
look.
nothing to do with anything. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, that's fine.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
So it kind of relates to yours, and it kind of relates to what you were talking about before. But like
Okay.
traumatic scenes, or like scenes with like that much impact.
Mhm.
Yes, because that final cut scene.
hmm
Do you guys have, other than like your traumatic, the scarecrow scene or the scuba diver guy? Whatever,
Yeah.
Is there a scene in a game or that you like? Traumatized you, or you just can't forget it because it's super. I have,
Warren sounds ready
I have
to
two
go.
examples, and then I'll let you have the mic.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
So for me, there was two. They were both in Call of Duty, which
Got no scope
okay.
though.
For
Got
me,
no scope.
yeah, for
Really?
me, though-
Call of
for me,
Duty?
though,
Okay.
like, you guys hear me rant about Call of Duty all the time.
Some,
Yeah.
some
So it's kinda
noob
surprising
pwned, am I
that the
right,
two-
guys? Got
But-
pwned.
It was the scene where it's like a family. They're on camera. They're like filming their time in London.
Oh,
Modern Warfare
the
3,
French terrorist attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the-
Really?
the
The van
gas.
comes up. And
Yeah.
The gas and kills the little girl.
Really? Yeah, that scene got
The little
you.
girl that scene got because like me and my dad both like played it, and then he was crying one night. Like my dad doesn't cry ever. And,
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, you've seen my dad. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like,
cool.
Yeah, so like it was very rare for him.
Mhm.
Like, and that one got to him. And
Yeah.
It was like, you gotta see this, like, because I was behind him in the game because my dad he would spend because I'd have school and everything. He'd do late nights and then go to work,
hmm
and then so he's like, it's coming. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
It's gonna
coming.
hit you. It's gonna hit you. And like during that, like that hit me pretty hard. Just,
Yeah.
like the thought of like that because
I forgot about the little girl
Yeah.
part. I just thought it was a couple.
Yeah.
I forgot
There was a
about
little
that.
girl.
There's a little girl
Yeah.
playing with like the pigeons and everything. Like
Yeah.
that, like you think about like all the stuff that went on the world now. Like
Mhm.
that happened. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
And then the next traumatic was an actual. It's not just a scene. It's a mission. And this is a mission everyone talks about.
Is it the No Russian?
I think it might be.
From Modern Warfare 2?
No Russian, where you have to commit a terrorist attack.
Yeah, when you're in the airport.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gotta kill all.
Oh,
And I
I
think
know that.
there was another scene.
I
similar
am-
to that
I am-
I think earlier in a game where you're on a bridge and you had to kill civilians on a bridge.
Hmm.
It's a different game, but I think that was
okay.
another thing. But like that just like.
I'm surprised.
They cannot do
That got they got away with that. I mean,
What do you mean they?
Infinity Ward
Oh.
making that the No Russian scene. I mean, obviously, I didn't follow games that much at the time, but if that
The
was
thing is,
made
like-
today,
No, it would not exist today.
but
That
I
was
don't
the
think
time-
you it would be
There was a
highly
short time
publicized
in
if that was
history,
made today.
And like
Yeah, I
since
think it would
9/11 to
still go
now.
Yeah,
There's a
it would
sh-
still go through, but it would be a big deal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's a short time between like 9/11 and now, where like the idea of like terrorist stuff like was available for video games. But the
And
surprising
movies.
thing is, there was a game that was canceled many years ago. I don't even like they never gave a name for it, but it was going to be in development. But you would play as you would play as an Iraqi soldier killing American soldiers.
Oh,
And that
really?
game got canned quickly.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
still, like the terrorist scenes and games, I think like just going on what's going on now, it just feels too real. Because like I think not soon after the release of the like No Russian, I think is that what you called it. Yeah.
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 There was multiple mass shootings. Not,
Well, that's like
Yeah.
fucking all the time now.
but that's like the beginning of. Then like not soon after I played that, there was the Denver the theater shooting.
And that guy's life just fucking sucks in that No Russian mission because you are undercover to help take down this guy, and then you commit a terrorist attack in the name of trying to stay undercover, and then he kills you.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Lauren, what was your thing as soon as he brought up the question?
Oh, I want to say that I remember when the Medal of Honor reboot came out.
Oh yeah, you
and
played it.
The GameStop on the base that I live near, the Air Force Base, like they would not sell that game because you could in the multiplayer you could play as the Taliban
Oh, okay.
and opposing the Americans and that. So that's why they just wouldn't sell that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought this up because I remember I wanted to talk about this on the
Okay.
podcast.
Oh,
Has anyone played Slime Rancher?
Yes! I fucking
You
love
love
Slime.
Slime.
Okay,
Rancher.
so I'm playing this game. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Blind run. So
God damn.
okay, I have two little corrals. And Slime Rancher, you guys don't know. You got little pink
It's fucking dope.
you got little pink goop guys. You just gotta hang out with them. You got little pink goop guys, and
Okay.
you know
So cute.
I'm just like I'm bringing them in, and it's a good time, and I'm hanging out with
Now
them.
you're talking
You know
about-
what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna
Why are you
happen.
talking
So I'm just hanging them out, and then all of a sudden, like they're all pooping, right? And they poop out rocks, and they're really
And then
shiny
you sell
rocks.
the
You
rocks,
can
and
sell
that's
the
all
rocks,
game.
Okay.
and well, I noticed one. Like there's a rock type and there's just a normal type.
Okay.
The rock type poops out a rock,
Uh-huh.
and the pink one eats it.
Yep.
And then they combine, they combines into a new thing. And I'm like, whoa, dude, whoa. So I just put them all together, and I'm like, all right, so they're gonna form, and they're gonna become these awesome like morphs. And I have one cage where I'm like experimenting. I'm like, oh, who confused? And in this other one, I have them packed in like fucking Tyson chickens, pretty much. They're like packed in, and I'm like, you give me jewels, and I will sell this shit.
Oh my
Because
God.
you are my fucking property. Anyway, so like I'm just doing that, and I'm like making mad muds, right? And all of a sudden, I hear the music like change, and I'm like,
Yep, this is one.
wait, what is happening? I change, and I turn around, and all my like slimes that like the bigger ones that have morphed, and all of them, there's just this one that's like black. It's just black, and I'm like, wait, what is this black rock doing in here? It turns around, and it has a face, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Okay,
God,
so they're
this is
right next to
sounding
each
like
other.
a creepypasta.
And they're
set.
bouncing. They're all bouncing upwards, right?
They're all smiling.
Okay.
And like I made a high wall just so they couldn't like jump out.
Okay.
You're trying to get out of the crowd.
Oh.
So okay, I see this thing.
I don't know how that thing got into corral, by the way. I want to say that.
Okay, I'll explain afterwards.
Okay.
I see this thing jump up 2 stories high into the fucking air in my corral. It stretches its arm out and like pulls itself into the corral that has all the little baby Tyson nuggets, and it just starts eating them. I'm like, I'm like, no, and I'm trying to suck them up. It's just, I'm like, oh my god! And they're all like, they all have frowny faces, and they're like, one of them has like really bulging eyes, like, and then like they start multiplying, and there's just like 5 of these things walking around, and I'm like,
Whenever it eats, whatever the it eats a regular thing, it turns into another
and I'm like,
car.
oh my god! And they go to my tree and just start eating all my crops, and I'm like, oh shit! And I'm like, not the fucking chickens! Eating all the chickens! I'm like, oh my god! And then they're all roaming around, and all of a sudden, they all explode, and I'm like,
Yep.
it's just me alone in the.
Everything's gone.
And I'm like,
God.
everything's just gone. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? So okay, if you morph 2 slimes together into a new slime,
Okay.
and it eats the poop of a different type of slime, it will
The tar.
fucking mutate into
Oh,
this cannibal.
God.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
That's
me too.
really creepy.
how do these things exist in the wild if that happens?
I don't know if you played far enough into the game, but if you go to a certain point, like unlock certain doors, they're just there. The tar is just there.
Oh, the tar just exists. Can you ever farm the tar? Is
Can
that
you
a thing
kill
can
them?
do?
No, you can kill them with water.
I throw them into water. That's all. Like I'm kind of new to the game, so I'm just going to water.
I have like 20 hours.
Really?
Well, I haven't played it in like probably 9 months because I played it when the beta first came out. I bought it.
You know it's 1.0 right now,
Yeah,
even though it's not done.
It's out, like it's quotation marks out, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not
yet,
finished
but
yet.
It's so good. It's so good, and it's just such a beautiful game.
It's so chill, except for that one part. Like the
That's
whole game
fucking
is so
scary.
zen.
It is. It's a zen.
Like, you
Sad.
can just-
It's traumatic.
It is. It's
Dude, there's little
it's
pink
super
guys with smiley
satisfying.
faces who
Yeah,
get
I'll look
eaten.
I'll look up a picture and show you, but like, it's a super sad. It's a farming game. It's like a
Yeah.
farming simulator
Mhm.
game, but with blobs of goo
Yeah.
instead of. Well,
So
it's like
there's this game
Yeah.
like that reminds me of a game I forgot what like the name of it is, but you take like it would be like a cow and a baby cow, then like you get the crates and you get two. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
there's a little
Where's the black
cats.
toy? Show me what the black toy looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, oh shit.
Well,
Yeah.
that's game footage, by the way. It's beautiful. It's a
That's
beautiful
gorgeous.
game.
Yeah, but
That's what the tar looks like. That's
I hate
like
that thing.
an image,
I
but
hate it.
it's scary as fuck.
Yeah, they just fucking eat everything.
Yeah. You take like two baby cows together and then they have multiple animals. I had platypus one too.
Mhm.
Then I had like the zebra one for a short while. But you take the two baby cows together, they form a bigger cow, and then you keep on trying to find the matching one, and then you could drag them together, and then they poop out more coins.
Okay.
Their poop equals
Not
money.
everything poops.
Yeah, their poop like this one's literal poop equals money. Yeah. And then you unlock more stuff, the more poop you have, and then like you're just trying to build until
Poop.
you get like the biggest mutation.
That sounds
forget
kinda
what
cool.
But it, like, and then you eventually get like a god cow,
Wait.
and then you unlock. You
No,
try to
no.
unlock like 5 god cows, and then you beat the game,
That's funny.
and then you start all over.
That's interesting,
But like a
yeah.
different world.
Mm-hmm.
But like eventually, like you unlock different worlds as far as you go. Like they'll be like, so you start on like your farm, and then it goes to like continents, and then you got all they're on top of Earth, and then you got like space, and then eventually I think when you get to like continents level, you unlock Mars, so you also can do the same thing on Mars.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like it's
Damn.
really cool. And, like that's what when you guys are talking about that, like that's what it reminded me of.
Jake, do you have a traumatizing game experience? And if you don't, I've got a segue.
Okay, besides that time, like I remember like in terms of like a scary experience, no, but traumatizing. Oh well, like one that there's been a couple that have really like made me think. I'm having a hard time remembering them now.
You want to think of it later? We can segue.
Yeah,
You can
like
just bring it
one time I do have to bring up though, where it's like, which was like kind of like really creepy, is like BioShock Infinite. There's a scene where you kind of get like put in this like alternate like reality of like what could happen if you don't save the person that you're supposed to save, and it's like you battle these. There's this one character, and he has like 4 horns on his head,
Yeah.
and a light shines out. And if you get in the spotlight, you have to battle these mock like these like characters that have like white, like straight white versions of like the founding fathers' heads on them with
That's
blue
oddly
eyes.
Similar to the Scarecrow.
Oh, really?
That's a little similar to that.
Interesting. So like and you have to like fight them, and it's really creepy. And like I've never jumped. This is a jump scare. This is not like traumatizing, but I've never had a larger jump scare where you finally get through all that bullshit to activate or open up the security door. Like you finally get to the security room. You click the button. You're like, you see it open on the camera. You're like, ah. And then you turn around, and he's standing right there, and he screams in your face, and then just disappears. But I was like, holy shit! He's like,
Is that like DLC or something?
No, it's in the game.
Is it?
BioShock Infinite?
Are
You don't remember the part? No, it's not DLC.
Mm.
It's when you go, you have to you're entering Comstock's house, and the bird takes Elizabeth, and so you have to like, she gets captured, and she's being experimented on. But before you get to her, you have to get through the Boys of Silence to unlock the security door.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember it.
Okay. Yeah. But, yeah, I can't remember any other ones right now.
Well, I was the traumatizing is one side of video games.
Yeah.
Make you feel something. What about emotional stuff? Like
Yeah.
like tears. The only game that I can think that really stands out is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
I want to hear this.
I don't know if did you play through it?
I have not played that. Like, I haven't got a chance to play Mystery Dungeon, but like I've always like watched.
Am I thinking of the same game, Mystery Dungeon, like the
Yes.
tile-based
Yes, you are.
Pokemon?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you are. And I don't know, this might have just been like a culmination of all the shit that I went through on my first, because this is all on my first playthrough, but like, there's like a main storyline and then there's like an after game kind of thing, and the end of the main storyline is the saddest shit ever. It is so fucking sad. I don't want to spoil anything because I have it and you can play it if you want, but do you know the premise?
Yeah, I got the premise of it. I think. Yeah.
Like you get turned into a
You're a Pokemon. Yeah.
it's mysteriously, you don't know how that happens, but it's like the end of that specific Mystery Dungeon game where you're supposed to turn back into a human and go back to the human world, and it's just like after the final boss fight, you just disappear, and your partner is just walking alone, crying, walking back to their house.
Oh,
And it's like,
God.
It's just fucking sad. It's so sad. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, Pokemon. Other than like the games that like you're the trainer, you catch a Pokemon. Like other than those games, every other game they try to get you, or anything else Pokemon, they try to get you emotionally.
Dude.
Or they get
Yeah,
you,
I
Mystery
feel it.
Dungeon games are so emotional. That's the only one.
That's
that
what I've known,
really
like
got
them to
me,
be that, and then just movies wise too, because animation. So we're bringing some movies back in this bitch. No, all the movies. I don't think I made it through a single Pokemon movie.
Guys, let's get Ben in here.
All right.
Let's get Ben in here.
Let's tell Ben to go. We're running full 2 hours.
What?
Ben's like, you guys are still down.
What?
Ben just texted. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Wait, what's that? What's that? Wait, where's shit? Shit, I dropped
Wait,
it.
the dove's coming back.
Was it a double?
It's just the
Oh,
bird's
God,
coming
it's
back.
wounded.
The Hogwarts out. Red Pokemon.
It dropped another note.
That didn't work at all. You, what the fuck?
I think it ate the note and then like puked it back up.
Yeah.
What is that fucking thing that
The bird is dead.
the owl? Yeah.
The bird died.
No, it's like what owls do. It's something.
Oh, I have no clue.
I had a picture of one of those. I can't.
What are you? Okay, we'll have the Pokemon discussion while they're on the phones. Yeah, the movies.
Oh no, those are tearjerker. Like I don't think I've made it through a single movie. I think maybe the recent ones I haven't seen.
Wait, what movies?
All the
Pokemon movies.
Pokemon movies.
Oh.
But like
They
the
all
good-
make
the
you
old
cry.
ones. The ones they make now, I don't think are as emotional because they.
Entei.
Yeah. The
Latias,
ones they make now-
Latias.
Gladio.
Yeah.
Latias, like the ones they make now, they don't even have the.
Jirachi.
They don't even have,
Jirachi. I totally forgot about that one.
They don't have the characters in the game until like after a movie. Then they.
No, the movie. Oh,
I
the
know.
Keldeo
But I'm just saying like that's the.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just saying like the new ones.
Yeah.
They don't like talk about them much, and then like that's what they don't have the emotional value. They're like Latias and Latios, I think, in Celebi.
I remember that being very sad. when I was a
Latios
kid.
and Latios, and then Celebi.
Celebi.
Celebi was
Celebi.
the worst one. For
Oh
me.
my gosh.
Not Celebi, never mind.
No, I mean like for emotional life.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a great movie. It was just emotional.
Was that the
Oh,
one
okay.
with like the Godzilla Pokemon?
Yeah.
Am I remembering
Celebi
that
literally
correctly?
fucking dies.
That's right.
Literally dies.
Oh,
And then,
doesn't
like,
Celebi-
Celebi's from the past and future carry him
Doesn't-
to heaven.
Doesn't Celebi like Celebi turns into like E.T. when they find him by the river?
Yeah.
Just like this like
then
raisin
he dries
of
up.
a creature. Just like
Oh God.
it's really
Well,
gross.
that's what happened. He uses all his powers, whatever, and dries up. And so the Celebi's from the past and future carry him to heaven.
Oh, kids movies where
And we're
someone
not even gonna
dies.
Talk about the original one.
The original one,
All the original
I'm
Pokemon.
not even gonna get into that.
Oh yeah.
I will give you my 3DS and Mystery Dungeon Shores of Sky. Play
Also,
that
I wanted to
before you
play-
even start OC.
But I wanted to play Sun and Moon too.
I'll give you that too.
Yeah. I wanted
Nice.
to
Sun
play
and
that.
Moon. Cool.
But yeah, Mystery Dungeon. I actually, Explorers of Sky might be my favorite game of all time.
Oh, cool.
Maybe. I
You
need to
play as
think more.
Bulbasaur. You play as Bulbasaur.
Well, I don't know. Well, you haven't played a Mystery Dungeon game,
Yeah.
but if you do it the right way, you don't get to choose who you play as.
Yeah, it's usually a personality thing. Isn't
It's all based on
It's all
well, it's
Interesting.
shitty personality tests,
Test, but
and
like
you get
they
to
do
pick
that.
your partner.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I would at least Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue, the original Mystery Dungeon games. I always, for some reason, just kept restarting until I got Skitty because apparently, I liked playing as Skitty. For some reason, because it's like that was the only one that you could be that wasn't like a main character or a starter.
Yeah.
Like it was, you could be like Pikachu or one of the starters, and then Skitty was randomly there. So I was like, okay, I guess I
want to be Skitty.
I don't
My
think
boy
they had
Skitty.
Skitty in Sky. I don't remember.
Which is funny.
Well, Sky's got like Riolu.
Yeah. Riolu. Oh.
I still remember my first fucking playthrough. That was so sad. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot. And I think part of the reason it got to me so much is because like the first time you play through it, and it might have just been because I was young and didn't know how to play the game well. But the final boss took me a good 3.5 weeks to do. Like, I mean, I was playing the game every day for multiple hours a day because it was like you have to get through all the floors of the dungeon and then fight the boss. And it's like if you died, then you lose all your items. So you only get to go off of what items you get on the floors. And most of the time you get nothing or like 1 or 2 things that were useful in the fight. And the fight was fucking hard because he'd like 2-shot you or 1-shot you so most of the time. So it might have been that combined with what happened after, but it's pretty fucking sad.
Okay.
I think, yeah, like I said, the Pokemon franchise, other than like the cards and then like the games that they sell, like everyone picks up you're a trainer, you collect Pokemon, that thing. What I think they tried though before, they have tried to put emotion in it because Black and White was pretty.
Black and White had
was
some
a
emotion.
pretty deep
Sun and
storyline.
Moon had. That's why I'm excited for you to play Sun and Moon because that
That's a
has
pretty
the
deep
best storyline of all the main series games.
Yeah.
By
See,
far.
the thing is, okay, going back to again. So I'm gonna go to the TV show for a sec because I haven't watched much
Someone's
of
at
the
the
TV.
door.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Who's that?
Wait,
What?
is he so? Oh, he's here.
Oh, I totally
Hello.
forgot that your name is Ben.
Oh, you yeah, that's what we're
Oh my
talking
gosh,
about.
dude! Jake put in an applause. He edited it into the audio.
Oh.
when Ben came in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And now it's overlapping us talking
What
right now.
what time is it at? An hour and 32 minutes. Okay. Sweet. Ben's joined
Oh, the
us.
whole cast is here. New characters and all.
You want to move the mic closer? Or
Oh shit.
ish? Or
Can you slide over here, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Yeah, but we were just talking about
Pokemon.
Well, yeah, that
Oh.
there's emotional times in games, like emotional.
Emotional-
memories and-
All right, Ben, you're up.
yeah.
Emotional or traumatizing.
Yeah, or a traumatic experience in a game.
I don't know. I'm not experienced in video games as much as you guys.
Look, dude, this could be like Mario Kart. man.
Yeah, like
Mario
yeah.
Kart could get real.
Same like Slime Rancher got real.
Yeah,
Slime
Slime
Rancher.
Rancher definitely got real. It's, yeah, it could be anything. Even if it wasn't like a story moment, it was just like a moment, an experience that like just happened.
Dude, is there an experience you like remember
Yeah.
just playing video games?
I guess I played the Uncharted series.
Oh, okay.
And-
There
Yeah.
you go.
I enjoyed it so much. I was very sad when it was over. I guess that'd probably be my saddest
Did you play 4?
moment.
Yeah.
No, because I don't have a
Oh,
PS4,
yeah.
so I can't.
Gotcha.
So that's sad.
That is pretty
Yeah.
sad. Snap pause.
I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to my head.
That's cool. Were you invested in the story of Uncharted?
Mm.
Did it like pull you along? Was
Yeah.
it lit?
Yeah, well, I actually got the third one first, but I didn't play
Okay,
it all. I
that's
got it
fair.
with my PS3, and then I started playing it, and I was like, this is good enough that I should start from the beginning.
Okay.
Going from traumatic experience in games, is there like I was gonna say a memory that like shocked you, like the storyline where you just like looked at the game like fuck you, you stupid, like why? Because it was such good writing, or
Oh, okay.
have you ever got like
Okay.
see for me, like books and everything, you always get to that plot twist in the end, and I'm like, I fucking hate this book because I love it. Like, or I love
Plot
I have
twist.
like a love hate because of the
Plot twist.
ending in the end. Like,
Well, if we're talking books, not just
But,
games.
yeah.
Are we talking just games?
well, you can
Spoiler
whatever you want.
warnings.
Hashtag spoiler warning.
Okay, because I have that problem with Mockingjay and how Mockingjay ended. The Hunger Games series.
Well,
What?
if
I love how it
you haven't
ended.
read Mockingjay,
Why do you
fucking
not?
whatever.
No, the books.
Fight me
Yeah.
on it.
Well, you read them? I didn't.
Yeah,
know
I
that.
actually read them. I know,
didn't like
right?
it. I was like, this is lame. I was just mad at it because it was like the rest of the series was literally perfect.
Oh, what? Wait,
Yeah, I wasn't that
spoiler.
into
Which
Mockingjay.
part? Which part? See,
ending.
everybody hates Mockingjay.
Ending.
I loved
Oh,
Mockingjay.
I'm not talking about Prim's.
That-
spoilers.
I said it like
It's
five.
been out long enough.
No, no, no.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I
come
said it
on.
like five
Fight.
times. We're
Fight.
good.
I don't know. I'm not talking about Prim's
If
death.
you're mad, come and fight
I'm not
me.
talking about Prim's death.
Okay, good.
I'm talking about the fact that it cuts from, like, they shoot coin, and then
Ah, that
they
part's
got
so-
kids.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's it. Their kids are running in a field.
How would have you had it end?
I don't know, but I don't like that. I don't know. I just don't
Did
like
you
it.
want her to choose Gale then, or what? I don't.
No, I didn't want
Your
to.
Team Gale? Was
I
that
was-
the whole
I was
thing?
not- I'm honest, I was Team Gale.
for a while.
I was Team Gale.
I
Too much
felt.
fire.
I'm gonna be
Too much
honest.
fire, dude.
It makes sense for her to
She
be with
had that
Peeta,
fire
but I
in
feel
herself.
so bad for Gale.
Gale's friend zone.
He
the
got
entire
so
time.
fucked. He did. He got
He was
so
friend zoned in
fucked. He
District.
was. He.
You know what was a really interesting thing? I can't remember if it happens in the book or not. I was like talking to my friends one time, I think, and they were talking about there's that scene where Gale's being captured. And
Okay.
he's like, shoot me, Katniss!
Yeah.
Fucking shoot me! What if she just straight up did it though? How dope? How much doper would the ending be?
That would
If
have.
she shot him and then it was like, we did it, we won. And she's like, oh god.
Oh my
It
god.
would make things easier. Like it would be like.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
no!
no decision if there's only
Yeah.
one person still alive.
Slides onto that Peeta dick like, oh no!
I.
Makes that Giro.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't know if it. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to like fairly obvious stuff. Sometimes I did not know she was gonna kill Coin, and
Really?
I thought that was awesome.
Oh, I didn't either. No, when I read the
I
book,
I was so
Well, okay,
fucking
here's
happy
the
when
thing.
she shot. Cause here's what the movie doesn't get across is that Coin's a complete asshole in the books.
The movie did a
Yes,
shit
they
job.
did not. That's one of the things that they didn't do a great job. You do not like Coin in the books.
Well, the thing, okay, so movies couldn't do this that the books could, and that's just because of the media type. The books.
I mean, I
were
don't know.
all
They-
up
I
in
don't think it would've been-
Katniss's, like, was all about what
Katniss's
Katniss was feeling
perspective.
emotionally.
Yes.
Katniss was very- and you know what's going on in her head and what she's thinking about and
Yeah.
what other characters are thinking
It was
about.
more third person.
Movie, you can't know what someone's thinking about. You have to watch what their actions are doing.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah,
so
because she
that's
she
what-
doesn't
that's something
narrate
you just
it.
gotta sacrifice
So
to be in the movie.
That's true. That's a good
they
point.
did it, and they tried to do that a little bit. I mean, kind of only
But that
at
was
the
just, like,
beginning
setting
when
up a
she's
scene,
kind of
but you
freaking
can't-
out
yeah.
and stuff like that.
That's
but
what's like setting up a scene, and you just can't. That's
it's
not
true.
there
It's true.
for
But-
plot twist.
It is true, but like they still do everything that Coin says though is directly from Coin in the book. I mean it's from Katniss's perspective of what to think about it, but like yeah, that's true. But
But going off of books to games again. Okay, even though I hate like the Call of Duty.
Back to games. Back to
Even though I
games.
hate the
Movie
Call of
games.
Duty-
Let's go back to. Let's go
Again, I
to movie games that are
reemphasize-
movies.
Yeah.
that
No,
are books.
game movies that are
Game
games again.
cinematics.
Games that are books.
Ratchet and
Games-
Clank, the movie, the game, the movie, the game. Thoughts, the fan fiction.
I'm having this again like a lot. There's
Sorry,
multiple Call of Duty games I don't dislike, but then the earlier ones I like. But these ones had
all the Modern Warfares
yeah.
hold a
But,
special place in my heart, no matter how like typical soldier story it is.
I think it's one of the Modern Warfare. There's two Call of Duty again, two scenes, but two different Call of Duties: Ghost and Modern Warfare. I'm pretty sure.
What?
The Call of Duty Ghost and the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's two scenes from there.
Oh, okay.
One where I'm like, I fucking hate you, writers and everything, because you're good. Is when Ghost, the character, dies.
And General
When
Shepard
you're
betrays
Yeah,
you.
and
Yeah,
General Shepard-
yeah,
Shepard
What?
betrays-
Spoilers.
yeah. Spoil
If
that.
you haven't played the game, fucking fight me.
I mean,
It's been out long
I did
enough.
kind of also want to bring that up too. Yeah, General
been
Shepard's
out
betrayal
long
is pretty
enough.
good.
Oh,
That-
is that where you're about to get on a plane?
yeah, and then he's like, good tying up loose ends, or he says something like that, and then he shoots you.
He shoots you and burns you.
Yeah.
And it's good.
That seems pretty good.
Badass looking character. Who else walks around with a fucking goat, like the skull mask?
With a
like
goat.
that? Who
With a
does
goat.
that?
Who else walks around with a goat? The first villain I write will have a goat on him, like an old James Bond villain, but with a goat.
Yeah,
Head.
yeah.
I would
Hello,
love that, to
Bond.
be honest, 'cause that's amazing. But the
And then at one
second-
point, it's just cooked, and he just like just takes a bite out of it.
Yeah, and the second thing
Anyway.
would be Goat, the Call of Duty Ghost game. I think when you think you kill the fucking bad guy, and you're like, okay, credits, and then like as an after credit scene, the bad guy still lives, and then he goes and tries to kill you, and then escapes.
Oh.
I'm just like, fuck it. I wanted to throw like the controller at my TV.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking get rid of him.
that's in
Why is he here?
Black Ops 2, right? Where the one of the guys, the bad guy, he escapes at the end. Like, he's in a prison. I mean, there's multiple endings to that game, and then doesn't Woods get killed or something?
Yeah, it depends on your ending.
Okay. Yeah, and what's the bad guy's name? Menendez. Yeah.
God,
And then the
I can't-
next game,
fuck that game.
yeah. And then the next game has nothing to do with that.
Okay, no.
What? Wait, no, go ahead.
I don't know. I really like Black Ops 1. And then
Yeah,
Black Ops.
that-
no,
this
I
is just-
loved
that was
I
so
loved
good
Black
for me.
Ops.
This is
1.
just like a middle school conversation. I feel like.
It is.
That's like that was still good for me. Yeah.
Black Ops 2, fuck you, man. Black Ops 2 was so good. Fuck you, man. I'm a millennial. Give me.
Going back to the emotional game experience. One thing that got me is there in Soma. There's a couple like holy shit moments in that game. One of them's kind of fairly obvious. Spoiler alert
Every time
again.
you say that, I think you're gonna say Fairly Odd Parents, dude.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Obtuse Reverie,
fairly.
something. Guava juice. Jack Cake.
Do I keep saying
Giant
fairly
cake,
obvious?
Steak, large fries, chocolate chip.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it's like the third time. It's not
Okay. But there's one point where at the beginning of the game, you are playing as a character who got in a car accident and his brain got damaged. So you go for this I love this plot a lot. You go to get it's a new brain scan system. You go to get your brain scanned, but when it happens, like something goes wrong, but no, it didn't go wrong technically. So you then wake up in some facility, you don't know where you are, and you just have to try to figure out what the hell is going on. Mm-hmm. And so you meet another AI companion, and basically then you learn that you're a robot, and that brain scan got somehow archived at this underwater facility, and you are now in this robot. And also, like, the apocalypse happened essentially, and
Also the apocalypse.
the surface
It's nothing anymore.
this
Like, come on.
the surface world is on fire. So
Wow.
so you're underwater.
Only you can look like, wow.
Only I think it had to do with like solar
Of
stuff
course.
like that. So you at the
17.
at the end of the game, and it kind of lets you this throughout this the whole time. One of the choices, it basically lets you learn like what your perspective on AI is. So at the end of the game, there's this whole thing. It's like where people are scanning their brains and then being put on this thing they call the Ark. So it's they're living on the Ark in a virtual world, but it doesn't take your intelligence. It doesn't take your basically download you. It just copies you. So people were like starting to like kill themselves because they like started believing like if they didn't kill themselves, then they wouldn't be in the Ark, like to continue their lives in the Ark. But at the end of the game, you basically your goal is to send the Ark into space so it can fly in space and like live off the solar panels and not get destroyed underwater. When you do that, you think that you're going into space on the Ark, and so she's like it's like this like dramatic moment because you're like, oh my god, we're not going to get transferred to it. Like it's like we're running out of time, and it does it right as you get downloaded right as it shoots it out into space. And then like Catherine's like, hi, we did it. And he's like, yeah, we did it. He's like, wait, why are we still here? And then she's like, I told you, we get copied to the Ark. We're still left here. And he's just like so pissed. And like, because it's like two complete different perspectives. It's like one of it is completely okay with that.
One was thinking AI perspective. I'm
Like,
AI, I do my job.
I'm an
The
AI.
one's like,
That's
I'm
just
a
how
human
life is. But
with
the
an
other
AI
one,
body, I do my job.
yeah.
To
So-
get reward.
Then just the credits roll, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then at the end of the credits, you get to see it, you who was copied inside the Ark, and everything's so like happy and joyful. And so it's like interesting because he'll never know that one of
There's a
them was
copy
left.
of him.
Catherine knows that, but he will never like think about a copy of him down on Earth that's gonna die in this facility that's crumbling. And yeah, that's one of my favorite like
That's
story
what-
games
like,
for sure. Yeah,
Story writers for games.
yeah,
They can pull it out.
yeah.
So Ben, the JFK assassination. Your thoughts?
What do you think? Second shooter, right?
hey! Don't you fucking push your agenda?
You didn't. You're correct. You legitimately asked.
No, seriously though. Like,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
brought it up
We brought it
earlier.
up that scene where like there was terrorist attacks in games.
Have you guys ever been there, like the JFK spot in Dallas?
No.
Okay, I was there a couple of years ago.
Oh really?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
it's
What
pretty
happened?
interesting because you can like the building right there. You can go and look from the same angle as he was shot from and stuff.
Mhm.
And that floor is a museum now.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, allegedly. You never know.
Well, the thing
But,
you have to think
yeah,
of,
it's really
the
cool.
weapon he had, and then like what is its ability.
I look at the footage and I watch him.
Come on, guys! The chip in his brain exploded. Let's get real. Let's get real. The government got rid of him.
He flies forward then backward, so I just think there's a second shooter.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Where did the bullet enter from the back of his head? Did it hit the back of his head?
It looks like it enters the front.
Wasn't it has just like a hamburger meat afterwards? Anyway?
Yes.
Yeah, but like
Yes, you
there's
can't really
a matter
tell.
of where the
But-
angle was to the shot. If it hit the front of his head or the back of his head, it's gonna go forward. 'Cause
But he didn't.
yeah,
He didn't
but
go
it-
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
do
that's
acknowledge
my
that.
whole thing is he didn't go forward. He went backwards.
Like at the museum, they kind of acknowledge that in conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And they say basically like if there wasn't a second shooter, it would have been over on kind of this
By the
like
fence.
grassy hill area.
Yeah.
And they're like basically
The grassy knoll.
looking at like all the people that were there that day. It would have been pretty easy for someone in that location to get away.
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's as far as they go. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there was a second shooter. They're just like, but
There's a high
if there was,
Not
it
saying
could
there
have.
wasn't.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
100%, but there wasn't.
Conspiracies moon landing.
Oh,
No.
Someone
don't
shot
even
him
go
from the
there.
moon. Someone fucking shot the best sniper shot in history.
Yeah.
Remake American Sniper.
But it's just like people talk about the how did like if he was the first one to take the first steps on the moon,
Green screen.
how did they get the footage?
Yeah. I don't get that either. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
With the
I
with the
don't
technology of the
explain it.
'60s, there's no fucking way they transmitted.
Kubrick, man. Kubrick filmed that shit.
I just don't understand how it was live, right? From
it was live.
they were
It
on
was
the moon.
live.
They were transmitting it live.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
The
Yeah.
thing is, well, I can see there's two different things. So there's always one green screen thing where like those actors and so
Actors. They're actors.
But there's that conspiracy where the live footage was just acting, and then the thing that I think where I agree with more is the steps he took weren't the first steps that he took, or what he said was his first steps.
Oh.
You can set up a camera, and then go back and be like, "Oh, first steps."
It's true. That's true.
That's like a vlogger going and putting the camera on in a room.
Casey
leaving the room, and then
Neistat.
coming back in.
Yeah.
Damn. The OG vlogger.
Yeah.
Do you know the first picture ever taken was a selfie? Because
Yes, a self-portrait.
no, it was a selfie. The
Have
first
you ever
picture
played
taken-
Life is Strange?
No, but the first picture of
Dude, before the storm's coming out.
But
No,
for,
no, no.
For the first camera, like,
He's like,
yeah.
where I was just saying at the
Yeah.
beginning of Life is Strange, where he's like, actually, selfies are self-portraits. All right, go back to what you're saying.
But the original, like the first camera that took photos, that to take a picture of that camera, they set up mirrors. So the image would bounce off, so they could take a picture of the camera. So the camera took a picture of itself. Actually, it was a selfie.
Why did they want to do that?
Because it was like a achievement. Like every inventor, every time they came up with something huge, like Orville brothers.
The Wright
Orville
brothers?
Whatever. It was Orville, right? Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
Wait, I
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
I said Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah.
Ah,
The
yes.
Wright brothers, but whenever they stood in front of their plane, like people take pictures of that. So it's just like they took a picture of their achievement. Well, how are they gonna do that? Well,
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, JFK assassination faked. Good
Mhm.
time. Good talk, guys.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Also
real.
the moon landing.
Quality content.
Moon landing. JFK teleported to the moon. He's still there.
JFK.
They're on the bunker. He's
They're in the
bunker
bunker on
with
the moon, fighting off the
Hitler
zombies.
and Michael Jackson.
And Tupac.
There wasn't there a conspiracy.
Tupac.
Wasn't there a conspiracy that like Hitler didn't kill himself? He just
Yeah.
like examined and
Yeah.
His kids
He
fucking
lived-
killed him.
he lived a normal
That would have
life, like,
been bad.
There's like a theory that like, he and his mistress escaped and then like fake identities and everything and lived a normal
I don't
life.
believe it, but yeah, that's definitely a theory.
That was a
I've heard
theory.
Before.
Yeah.
Well, I like to think that's.
Did they say that they found his body though?
No,
Yeah, but they
yeah.
did. But they did. But,
People do say that.
I know.
Like,
But
no,
everything was.
Yeah.
it's internet, so. Can't believe
Yeah,
it.
it was spreading on the internet at the time.
It was on Tumblr.
Best
Hitler
content
found
like
it.
the, yeah.
Hitler found it.
But they're
In
just saying,
bunker.
like, there's people probably the point they were trying to make with this conspiracy was that there's more people in the world related to Hitler,
Yeah.
and that was the point of this conspiracy is he lived a normal life, had a different last name, like pretty much witness protection program,
It's kind of
different
a
life.
shit way
So-
to base the theory off of. Like,
Yeah.
just be. There's the people. The main thing is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that because there are so many more people related to Hitler, Hitler went and had more children after
Yeah.
he quote unquote died. Which I don't think that's a very solid claim to base a conspiracy theory on.
Yeah. I don't think it's solid, but like it's an alibi, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it gives you. It's better than like a reptilian conspiracy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, Hitler. It was JFK. JFK
We'll never
second
know.
life. JFK.
Was JFK Hitler?
Hitler became the president, and it was like, "I've got you now." There's only one man who
Yeah.
knew.
And then Lee Harvey Oswald knew.
Yeah, he
That's
knew.
supposedly Lee
It's like
Harvey
doing
Oswald.
this for mankind.
Yeah, yeah.
One small leap, and
Was
that's,
he-
One
and then he went to the moon, witness protection on
One
the moon.
little step for mankind.
Whoa.
My God.
I'm just picturing like that playing out. It's just I'm just picturing Hitler, aka JFK, riding in the car with makeup over the
Makeup over the mustache, yeah.
And it's just it cuts to Lee Harvey Oswald with a gun saying, "One small step for
One
mankind."
That needs to be a scene.
That's the 15-minute short for Film Club.
Yeah, there we go. We can totally convince them to do that.
It'll work.
We'll just film it here.
Yeah.
We'll make this look like.
We'll use
the
Sam's
60s.
car.
In this room.
Deconstruct it, reconstruct it.
I'm going through my whole achievements list to see if there's any more games I remember with experiences. And it also is filled with all the Warren's games that I've been signed in for when he plays games on the Xbox.
Nice. Oh man, pretty emotional, dude.
Rocket League, pretty emotional.
There's some other things we can get Ben's content.
Ben, okay, throw something out there, Ben, before we wrap it up.
Yeah. One more thing.
Well, what all did I miss? What did you guys already talk about?
Games, Pokemon.
We talked about a lot of the IM department and the just
Yeah,
like
'cause
for
we're talking
freshmen.
about
We're trying to help him out
From a
here.
freshman here.
Yeah.
He's a little freaked out. I think.
A lot. But also,
Wait, why are you freaked out?
We were-
Eat out.
The weed out
Weed
thing
out,
and it
yeah.
being like,
you might have been there when they made was it? Yeah, he
He
said he's
wasn't
like,
there.
so how
I
many?
don't think he was there.
How many freshmen do you think are gonna last? And Warren's like 40%. I'm like,
Damn.
I meant 40% would drop.
oh, I thought you meant 40% would stay.
Oh,
But
no.
still, though,
Either
I mean, that's
way
still
works.
significant.
Either way works for me.
But
30.
I wouldn't
Well, there's
say
just
that many.
yeah, I think there's like a significant
30%
significantly
drop.
larger amount.
And I know
of
you're
those.
being realistic, but I was like,
It hits you.
what if I'm part of that percentage?
The thing is, you won't be.
You won't be.
No, if
We
you
got you.
like from my experience, if you hang out with other people that are going through the same stuff as you, you'll be fine. Like,
yeah.
The thing
just-
is,
and if you care about what you're doing, you'll find the time
The
to do
people
it and
who-
get it done well.
the people who dropped were often people who wouldn't leave their dorm room, and they didn't have the support or the help that they needed to get there. So it was pretty much like they were Ramboing it.
Yeah.
And that's not.
Or they
that's
just
not how
felt
you-
like it
that's not
wasn't
how you
their
do it.
thing.
And then
Yeah.
that's what happened. It was just like you lose when something stresses you out so much, you lose passion for it. And just because you enjoy anime doesn't make you an animator.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So words of advice.
Turn in your homework.
Yeah.
Name it
I mean,
correctly.
that's-
Do it early.
On-
Turn in your homework early. That's the
okay.
thing.
The name it correctly thing.
Yeah.
That's probably got me more stressed than the actual
Really?
sentence. Just because it's like.
Here's his
If I
strategy.
miss a hyphen,
Yeah.
it's dead.
Here's his
Yeah.
strategy.
It's zero.
You go to the assignment page when you're naming it.
And then type it verbatim.
You copy it.
Oh, that's
You paste it. You fill in last name with your last name. Fill in first name with your first name. Don't capitalize it in any way.
Yeah.
No spaces. No caps.
Yeah.
And then for the last 5 minutes before it's due, just check it 5,000 times.
Yes.
Like I did.
Yeah, and
Like, okay, this is correct.
or
And then
and
it's like
submit
back
it like not 5 times, but like
Check it,
Twitter-
submit it, check it, submit
Yeah.
it.
Submit it, maybe submit a couple times, but make sure you keep checking it because I don't know how many emails I've written to professors saying I submitted this, Sakai didn't follow through.
here's the thing, if you get your confirmation email from Sakai afterwards, that means it's submitted.
Yeah, like I've done a couple quizzes already.
Yeah.
I've gotten confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't get my confirmation emails, and then
Right.
this was like the first 2 times, and so I like those times I did get confirmation emails, so I thought I'd send it through, like oh happy life. Then all of a sudden they're like you didn't turn anything. They're like, "Don't."
Like,
Oh,
quite
here's this time sent.
Timestamps.
But
Quite
like, how many
honestly,
times I, like,
as
email
long as you
professors?
turn the stuff
Turn
in,
it
you should
early.
be fine.
Turn it in early.
Really.
Yeah, that's what
You can always resubmit if you
Yeah.
I
want
was
to fix
gonna do
something.
my homework today.
Came to the podcast though. Ben knows I had the. I don't know if anyone's claimed my throne for the ultimate clutch. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
All
about?
the time, yeah.
The 200
So we were sitting in
Yeah,
the
do
library, and I think it was the storyboard.
It was the most
Uh,
points heavy one.
The storyboard
I think it was the
thing, probably.
storyboard thing of last semester.
There
so
are full
pretty
page
early.
storyboards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
20.
Oh.
I had 20.
I had a problem with that too.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
were just like we were hanging out, having a good time in the library, and then just like the deadline just kind of snuck up on us. And Warren's like, "Oh shit!" And he's trying to turn it in, and it's like not working. And it's what time did we have to turn it in by? 11:55.
And my
Okay,
file
yeah, it's like
organization
11:54
is terrible.
literally.
So I open up. I'm like, okay, what is it? Just all my last name, first name, and then like, and there's dot, and I'm like, and then.
Yeah, so he turns it in with
Yeah.
like 2 seconds to spare,
Yeah,
right?
Ben helped me out.
Literally
though.
2 seconds.
I had freaked out.
Yeah.
I just froze when I saw all of them. And Ben's like, dude, it's right there. It's right there. I click on it. I hit submit. Right when I hit submit, it goes to 11:55. And I just
And he just like
fall
gets
onto the
up and he
floor.
just like he can't handle it. He
And,
just he
and
went to the
you
bathroom,
said,
right?
I'm gonna vomit.
He did, yeah. That was the original.
That was the original.
That was original vomit.
From then on, every time we were doing an assignment,
Like, and it was stressing Warren
Eddie
out.
at all, he's just like, I'm gonna vomit, guys.
I'm gonna vomit right
I'm
now,
gonna
dude.
vomit. He never vomited the entire time. We're
It'll-
all
it will
puking our
happen
guts out.
eventually.
We puked before, but he's the only one who's like never vomited, even though he said I was gonna vomit the most.
It will happen eventually.
Speaking of addictions,
Okay, cool.
speaking of addictions, I had an energy drink addiction.
Had
Okay, what do you drink?
Monster.
Now, okay.
I still drink Monsters.
I'm a red.
I feel
Well,
like you drink
I
mostly
wasn't-
rock stars.
Well,
No,
at Monsters.
You know what it was? It was that radioactive shit. That who brought that in? Was that Audrey? What?
What?
Remember, just like random brand of energy drink.
Yeah.
And Austin drank like all of those.
She had like 4 of them. It was like an off-brand. Someone sent her like an off-brand energy drink.
It's like Rocket or some
And
shit.
she's like, I'm not gonna drink. Audrey's like,
Oh,
huge,
Rocket.
I'm not gonna drink energy drinks in college.
Yeah.
So,
Dare
whatever,
roast,
I don't
though.
give a shit.
What?
Daria's been roasting Audrey all
Oh, I know.
semester.
It's annoying to be honest.
It's-
I hate
But
I mean,
is he
because
wrong though? I mean,
No, the thing is, like,
No.
Just his tone. His
Yeah.
tone is just attacking her. Like he's,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
defensive in tone almost, and she doesn't even say anything.
yeah, I don't know. I don't want to weigh in on
But,
gossip
yeah.
too much
I'm
on the
sorry.
podcast.
Yeah.
Very
But,
controversial going against Daria.
Yeah.
Like the energy, she got an off-brand. We don't remember. Do we remember who sent it to her? But she doesn't drink energy drinks, and like she's like, I'm not gonna drink them in college. And she's like, who wants them? Fucking, she didn't even really meant to say who wants them. She was already handing them to me.
Yeah.
Austin just took them.
I took
That's
them.
that's the reality of the situation.
An hour later, they're gone. Someone else had one.
Not me.
Try the
No, so 2 other people had one. I had 2, I think, of them.
I don't remember.
But it was like
I
an
don't
hour.
think I was there.
Was it Rudy?
And were they good?
They're all right. Yeah, they're all right.
They're not the best quality.
They were, yeah.
All right.
Did you guys know the energy drink called Pussy? There is an energy drink, and it is literally called Pussy.
Is it just in stores?
I thought this was about to be like
All
you're-
right.
I thought it was about to be like you're
Oh,
like
that
a
makes sense.
secret like sex maniac.
No.
I live on pussy.
Weed, bitches, money, folks.
Here it is. Wait, let me find it. Yep,
Oh
there it
shit.
is.
Okay.
This is Pussy, the energy drink.
Guys.
I love that there's just
Guys,
one called cocaine
Yeah,
too.
right?
Pussy
Pussy.
cocaine.
Literally an energy drink called Pussy.
Guess
From
what
the
I-
makers of Pussy. comes-
Here it is on Amazon.
Guys, guess what?
Where is it? Yep, here it is.
Oh, nice.
A
100%
pack of
pussy.
4. There's a go away.
Pack of 4 pussies, dude.
Pack-
Nice.
Wait, where's the price?
I want it.
All right.
Want that pussy.
Well, that's
See all buying options
where.
on the right.
Oh. Can I buy it?
You can buy it used.
I buy it used.
Oh no! And on,
Used pussy.
and on that note, let's end the podcast.
Wait, it's $40 for 4 cans of pussy.
Damn, I pay 100 for pussy.
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I think
Welcome back.
you figured out where this was going.
We're fucking back.
We're fucking back, mate.
Fucking new name. Pussy.
Season 2.
Wait, what did you say at the beginning of the
Pussy cocaine.
podcast? You said like,
Pussy cocaine.
no. You said you were like our podcast is very. It was a word that started with a T.
Oh, it's fucking. It's me. What's subject to change? What's that word?
Oh yeah, yeah.
God damn it.
Shit.
Tentative?
Tentative.
Tentative? No. Wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Tentative.
Wait, I don't think that's the word that you used earlier.
It is.
I think I remember. Is it tentative? What did
Not
you look
certain
up?
Yeah.
What
or
did you just
fixed.
look up?
You just looked up
Tentative.
tentative.
Okay, words that start with T that weren't mentioned 2 hours ago.
The synonyms: provisional, unconfirmed, penciled in,
We could just call it
iffy,
penciled in.
iffy, real word,
That's the new name of our
iffy,
podcast, tentative.
preliminary,
Tentative.
That's the one word. That's one of the words that I just hate pronouncing.
tentative.
Tentative.
Yeah, yeah.
Tentative.
All right, guys, we've been running for 2 hours. Let's wrap it up.
That's the most I've ever
Right.
run.
All right, I've been Jake,
Ben?
Warren.
Austin.
Me.
and we are.
New cast, same
I'm
cast. Old cast, but new. Same has new. Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
In the room.
New, but
Not
New but some. Some old. Some old but new.
Some old, some new.
Some old, some new.
Come
Old
on.
friends,
Okay,
new
this is not
friends.
fucking-
All right.
New friends, old.
Bye.